How's everybody? Happy Monday. It is certainly a day. It has been a day. Let me turn down the music so you guys can actually freaking hear me. Hello. Wow. Look at me. Under 10 minutes on the starting soon screen. I only got a little bit distracted, and I would have been on even sooner. But I actually messed up my ankle today, so that's been a time. Takumi, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. It's a W Monday for you. What happened today? Did something good happen? Also, hello, Tewi. Congrats on the first. Tewi, hello. Hi, Panda. Hi, Haoye. Hi, Stewina. Hi, Kewin. Zama Psyche, thank you so much for the subby and the gift subby. That is so generous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is everybody doing today? Hi, Ash Uwu. And welcome in, Takumi. And hi, Luke. Your new keyboard finally came in. That is a big W. I bet that feels so nice. Getting a new keyboard is always so satisfying. Well, usually. As long as you tried it out beforehand. I find that sometimes, if I didn't try it out beforehand and then I actually get to try it physically in person. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Stellina and I are going to be streaming together in a second. I need to hop in the VC. That is the thing that I'm supposed to do. Cool. Yeah, it is what we are supposed to be doing. Cool. And then whenever Stellina is ready, take your time, no rush. So I can hang out right next to Ansvar. It's a mechanical keyboard you found on Amazon. It's blue with a little dolphin. Oh, do you like dolphins? I love dolphins. I think sea creatures are the cutie wootiest. I think they are so cute. I love ocean stuff. I am not an ocean VTuber though. Some people have thought I was a dolphin before, which was a little confusing to me until I remembered our local Whuppie. Not our local Whuppie, but the VTuber Whuppie, the whale puppy. And that was certainly I was like, oh, I can see why if somebody is familiar with Shy Lily, they might then assume that perhaps my very cute ears perhaps are related to me being like a whale puppy, you know? Hi, Aran, welcome in. Aran, how do I, is it Aran of Eel? Is it Aranophile? Sorry. I'm so bad at names, but that's okay, because I'm cute. And that makes up for it a little bit, right? You were zoning out to Anikura? What's that? The trance sets? Is that like a type of music on like a genre? I am not very versed. I am a very simple fox with simple likes. The ears and tail does not give ocean or water though. Listen, Sugar, I never said it made sense. I'm just trying to figure out what was the thought process there. You know? What was the thought process there? It's okay though. Hi, Sugar. Hi, Nathaniel. Pretty privileged SMH. Listen. Wispin? Me. Hi. Hello, me. I'm very cute. I'm not talking in the third person. Is it just the blue? I was thinking it was probably the silver and then the ears. And then if you've seen, Shy Lily, she's an orca, right? So I was like, well, maybe... You know? I don't know. I can't. Because they were like, are you a dolphin? I was like, no. I'm a fox. But it is okay. It is okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, Jorge. I was like, that's the only thing that I could feasibly think about to have it. Was this done during the summer at all? Yeah, it was over the summer this year. This in summer 2025. That's a big stretch. Listen, how else am I gonna explain this? You know? How else are we supposed to explain this? Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong VC. I'm very smart and intelligent. Oh wait. Wait, Stelly, can you talk? Oh, why is my Fugi off? I was waiting to see you hop in my Fugi thing, but I think I have the connection turned off. I did turn it off. Gosh, no, I just turned it off. Because I was like, I feel like I remember there being a situation where I had it on and it wouldn't go away, and so I crashed out and turned it off. But I don't remember why. But that's okay. Hello, Stellina. Hello. You didn't even say anything. You just like were like, I'm gonna just sit here until Lisbon notices me. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad friend. I didn't even notice you because I was like, oh shit, you know what? Stellina is probably in the stream VC that we have set up for stream and not the one in our private Discord server, because why would we be streaming there? Speaking of which, would you like to move over there? Oh, they can't hear you anyways because I'm so good at my job.
We can move if you want. I think the only difference is possibly the quality.
That's what I was gonna say, because we have the boosts, and I would like to utilize them. All right, hang on. I'm gonna swap over.
Wow.
There we go. There we go.
Yippee!
I threw Onsvar in the trash for you. I hope that you appreciate that. Your poor uncle got thrown in the trash.
In the trash.
Takumi said that Anikura is like a DJ music streaming YouTube. Oh, cool. But it's like anime or VTuber themed. That's really cool. Like, I remember back in my day at like conventions and stuff, the rave was like always the highlight, because it's like, when else are you gonna get to hear like your music, TM, like on speakers that loud, you know? It was always like so cool. I mean, I was too young for most of it, but like we were allowed to sit outside and still listen to it on the big speakers.
Wow.
Because they were like, you are a child and you should not be in this room. And I'm like, that's dumb. And now as an adult, I'm like, no, you were a child and you should not be in that room.
That's fair.
That's fair. Hi, Ark, welcome in. All right, can you guys hear Stellina now? I think so.
Wow.
Amazing. Have I ever played Dota? I have actually not played Dota. I think. Yeah, I don't think I've played Dota. No. The closest thing I've ever played to Dota is... is League like Dota? Are they like similar? Doesn't Thief play Dota? Somebody plays Dota. I am but a simple fox.
I am but a simple fox.
But a simple fox. I, like Final Fantasy 14.
Real!
And hot anime boys. And if there are no hot anime boys, I probably have not played the game. You know, like you gotta bribe me. You gotta bribe me with the hot anime boys. So thus Ezreal got me into League of Legends.
The death of a rock star.
True. Wispy has played League and WoW, but not Dota. Yes, I did play WoW for a bit. You play WoW? Listen, I actually had a lot of fun with WoW. I like being a Beastmaster. I like collecting all of my Pokemon. I was like a Beastmaster Ranger. And then after I finished Battle for Azeroth, I then unlocked the Volpera because I like foxes, which is the cute. They're like a cute little. It's like Lalafels, but if they were foxes, but they're furry. So it's not like a fox girl. Like they're like furries. They're like furry Lalafels. And then you like you can be them, and so I made mine meteor themed because of course I did even back then. And mine's name was Vol Para, like Warrior of Light Para, because they're the Vol Para. And then because I was still Warrior of Light and Graha brain rotted, I made Sleepy. What did we name your Graha Tia character?
Waha.
I made him play Graha. I was like, listen. Let me have this, because I was so brain rotted. And so it wasn't just Guahatia. That sounds about right. And so yeah. We played Shadowlands when it first launched. Because we were on that like big Final Fantasy XIV content drought. And so that was my foray into WoW. I had a friend trying to get me back in for Dragonflight, and then I did play, gosh, what's it called? There's like vanilla WoW. It's like some like vanilla, like you like play like OG WoW. WoW Classic. And I played a night elf named Blueberry. Because I was a druid, so druids can turn into animals, right? And I was a night elf, so my skin was blue. And so I was a blue bear, and so I was Blueberry. And this is actually, this was before Blueberry became a meme on our channel.
That's funny.
So my life, there are no coincidences. Everything leads back to the same thing.
I'm a blueberry.
I'm a blueberry. You're a turnip.
I love Turnip Boy.
I'm a blueberry. Thank you. Beautiful.
I'm a blueberry.
I'm a blueberry. You should get artisan key caps for the keys you never use anyways. That would be sick. I feel like I use all my keys. I have a 70%. And I feel like I use literally every single key on this keyboard. I can't think of a single key I don't use. Do you not use any of your keys, Stellina? Like maybe F7?
F7 is the map button in Teapot, so I do press that button.
Oh.
Because I need to switch out my characters so that I can get more friendship points.
I was gonna say maybe F8, because when you're healing in 14, if you press the F buttons, it will target your teammates based on party list order. Did you know that?
I think I knew, but not really.
Yeah. So if you ever need to quick target someone, the F keys work. And so when I got my new keyboard, I needed to make sure that I had all the function keys because I was still like kind of hardcore rating, and I needed to be able to quickly target Vic. Speaking of Vic, I was talking to Vic earlier today, and that was very cute. But specifically, I need to be able to press F7 so I can target Vic.
Croissant.
Croissant. Exactly. See, you get it. Croissant.
Croissant.
It wasn't Vic's fault. He's just always really far away because he's ranged. And so the two people I needed to watch out for were Neon and Vic, but Caro always got Neon, and I always got Vic. So you played Haranir Druid? Haranir I'm gonna Google it. Haranir Druid forms. Ooh, they're like a actually there are multiple forms. Oh, these are cool though. These are like really sick. I like the bat. The bat is sick. The owl's cool too, but I like the bat. I love bats. I think the bats are so cool. You played Metarot DS? What is Metarot? What's my short name? Wisp? It's Wispy. We usually go with Wispy. Wisp is also fine. Yeah. Wisp is like if somebody wants to get my attention very quickly, but Wispy I feel like is typical. Yar. Unless Stella has any other insight.
Whip-bib.
Whip-bib. Oh, that's true. Whip-bib.
Whippib is
like,
the meme one.
Yeah, Whippib is... yeah, see, Sugar High. I thought it was Whippib. That's from
That's
Nia,
the
because
meme
Nia
one.
loves me.
Nia also... Wasn't Nia also the one who came up with Poggers Von Von Choyesen? Isn't there a number at the end?
I think so, yeah.
Like, that's Bok Choy. How did we get to Poggers Von Von Choyesen?
You know... I don't know. Yeah. Like, when people are like, who the fuck is Poggers? I'm like, oh, that's Bok Choy. And they're like, okay. I'm like, yeah. Listen, I just followed Nia's lead. Nia's the genius here. Oh, Metabot. So they're like okay, cool. They're like mechs. That's interesting. Oh, I think they were talking to Aranophil. Is that how you say your name? Yeah. Which is like, should I call you Ara? Yeah, so many new friends in today. Hello. But yeah, today we were talking about it is one of my OC's birthdays today. Sally actually made a very cute little graphic. One second, I covered it in pictures of Capitano. I'm sorry, he's just so hot. It's not my fault. I'm like, dude, guys, I know I'm feral for Leon, right? But I was talking about this with Stellina. I'm like, I legitimately think that I am more feral for Capitano right now in this moment than I was for what's his name? Leon, all night last night.
You
like,
forgot
I straight up
his name.
that dude, I have Capitano brain rot. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like,
Hi, Poggers.
hi, Poggers. We were talking about you.
Hi, Panda.
Twitch chat replies are so confusing. Yeah. Bok Choy is an in-group signal. Real. If somebody calls Poggers Poggers, and you're like, oh, we're friends with you somehow.
Same with
It's
Whippib.
like, yeah. It's like, like, you know when you're like at a family gathering and like you hear like an in name that like only like a member of the family would know, even if you don't know that person, you're like, oh, Worm, like we're family in some capacity.
Yeah.
I guess it's fine. Yeah, I forgot Leon's name because, you know, like... Hello, Poggers. Thank you for the watch streak. Why go?
Wow.
Why are you nervous?
Gulp.
You're allowed to not show up to my stream sometimes. You need to touch grass. In fact, I feel like we should install like a reward system where if you break a long streak, then you should get like a cookie or something because you touched grass, clearly. Because I was feeling so guilty about breaking my streak with Elian, and I was like, well, I literally broke my streak to go get dinner with my dad. Like, I feel, you know what I mean? I'm like, I feel like there are worse things to be doing, and I'm sure Peepaw would be proud of me for going to touch grass, so... How dare I break my streak? I know. How unforgivable. Oh, I literally downloaded the thing that you sent me. And then I never put it on screen. Because I am so smart and also hot.
Yes.
Because we're not talking badly about ourselves. Because we are stopping that. Stop it. Get some help. Listen, this is actually... I feel like the positive self-talk is going to give me even more of an ego than I already have, though. I'm not going to lie, Stellina.
It's so funny, though.
Listen, I don't know if you guys want to deal with my ego. I was already starting to get it back a little bit at the end of stream last night. Were you able to see the end of stream yesterday?
Yes, I was listening.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about how I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like developing an ego more so than I already was. Because like now I'm not scared. Now I'm just like beating stuff up. Oh, there's a new mobile game for Metabots? That's cool. Sorry, I keep getting distracted and then I don't read chat. But that's cool. I hope that you were having fun with the new game. Oh, and it's global sync. That's always really nice because like For instance, one of my friends plays gosh, what's it called? Blue?
Grand Blue?
It's coming. Grand Blue, thank you. I'm like, it's blue. I see blue in my head. That's not what it's called. It's not blue. It's not blue grand. It's Grand Blue. What do you mean unsupported image type? I hate WebP.
Did it save as WebP for some reason?
It did when I tried to save it.
That's strange.
I know.
Cause it's a PNG, I promise.
I know. Oh, now it's... What the... Okay, whatever. Whatever. I opened it in a new tab, so that way it would be full size and big. And then, when I tried to put it in, it was like, no, you may not. You may not do such a thing. Can I use show and tell? I know you said I could, but I want to ask out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, it's selecting the whole slide when I try to just click and drag this in. Oh, there we go. Wonderful. I kind of don't... okay, does anybody else do this? Do you guys make a new Chrome source because you like the title of the video you were last watching the last time it updated your Chrome exe? Mine is still set to Poet Artist, and so I just keep making new Chrome exe tabs instead of changing it.
No.
I'll show you guys. Is it this one? I think it should be this one. Does this have to go above? Wherefore art thou?
Wherefore?
There we go. Ow.
See,
nice.
Luke said question mark.
No, in OBS. So this is a streamer thing. So
No one
in
ever
OBS,
sees it.
I see it in every time. Look. See, when I'm selecting my source, here, I'm gonna put it behind chat. Boom. So do you guys see, like, when I'm selecting my source, at the very top it says Shiny Poet Artist. And so I'm like, let's just keep that there, and I'll just make a new Chrome source so I don't have to change that. And it's been that for a while. And you know,
What if
That's
you
my
named it? What if you named your entire browser source Poet Artist? Then you can.
but it's
change
titled.
Your
But then I won't remember what it is. It's titled right now. It's titled Video Watch, and I even struggle with that.
any one of mine that I show on stream that is not a game is just under show and tell.
That's smart. That's not what I. It's not what I did. Thank you guys for accepting me for how weird I am, despite you know, some difficulties. But look at this cute little graphic that Stellina made. Isn't it so cute?
Oh wow.
Stelly did such a good job. Here, I'll move Stelly so you can see. And like, it even has like different. Hang on, I'm gonna put you in front of chat because normally I put Ansvar behind chat, but you're more important than chat. Sorry, chat.
I can.
No.
I can be on top of the chat.
No. You're perfect right where you are.
I sit upon this throne.
Beautiful. Cool. Many sites change stuff to WebP, even if it was a PNG. I know, and I keep having to change the format. It's been like such a problem recently. Whenever I want to save something, it's fine.
Did you know there's a plugin for OBS that lets you show WebP?
That's nice.
I don't know what it's called. I heard someone referring to it because everyone was complaining. And then he was like, "Oh, I just have that plugin." And I was like, "I need this plugin. Please say the name." But he did not. He just proceeded to speak about the topic.
Real. You just said, "Did you know?" And I was like, my brain. Did you know that the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14 has a free trial? Anyway. Okay. Today, we were talking about the birthday boy. Hang on, maybe I should make this full screen instead of just a random side. Oh, that's why it was that side. Do you ever do that? Do you guys ever do that? So, like, you have, like, a full screen tab source that is pre-sized for the full screen tab, right?
Yes.
And then your tab, when you go to pull it up, is not full screen. And so the aspect is weird when you go to pull it up and is not the correct size. And you're like, oh, that's okay. Maybe I just did something funky. Let me trim it. And then you trim it. And then you realize, oh, no, it's that I was an idiot. And it's not, my screen isn't full screen. And then you have to resize it again.
That's why I have a second browser instance.
I have that too. I have that too.
I don't
it's
change
just that I like to move my browser windows around a lot and change the sizes like 8 or 9 times per day. And I have a problem.
I only do it to my browser that I'm actually using. My other browser, I leave it alone.
You're smart. Smarter than I am.
Anyway. I just don't want to mess with the, like, when I do karaoke and I show the video, I don't want to mess with it.
See, this is that exact source that I use when I show video on stream, and I just every time, even though it's already at the size that it needs to be, it's okay. It's fine. But guys, look at him. He's so cute.
Okay.
Today it is March 9th, which for many fandoms is a very big day. It is Menyungi Day. That's how Stellina knew it. I knew it as Miku Day. And then I realized when I was just looking through the dates that I had assigned to my OCs that, oh shit, wait, Ruan's on Miku Day. So I guess he's on Miku Day, and that's his right. So some of you might already know Ruan. His name used to be Rune, but we had to change it because there was an Ultimate game came out with a pink-haired dragon boy with gold eyes whose name was Rune, and he was in the library and he was very grumpy. And I'm like, stop! You can't do that! But it's okay. So, well, they came out first, so I was like, fine. We'll have to change his name, I guess. So, yeah. But now he's Ruan, which I think is a cute name. Ruan May, exactly. And that's how I was going to... So, technically speaking, his name is not Ruan like that. Technically speaking, it's... like that. But who the fuck can pronounce that out loud? I could force you guys to learn. Or I think that he just doesn't care. And he has a anglicized version of his name that he just gives out.
Jason Derulo.
Or, yeah. I was going to give an example that was hyper specific to somebody's name in chat. And I'm not going to do that. But it's okay. Because, you know, it's just easier. It's just easier. So, this is Ruan Elson. And he is the professor of Celos University, which is the school that I, Wispin White, must attend to master my god powers. He's like the headmaster and founder, but he's like pretty chill. I don't know. I think he's chill. I think he's funny, but a lot of people are afraid of him, which, like, that's fair, probably. I feel like he could probably be kind of scary. He
Yeah.
likes books and tea and being left alone in the afternoons. He likes rainy days and fire, and he likes to sit by the fire when he is reading. And he likes to go camping, and he likes to take pictures, and he likes animals, and he's cool. I associate him with fall and like fall foliage and knitting and plaid. I don't know, just a cool dude. Unk. He is an unk. He is an unk. He is the unkest of all of our main cast, I think. I think he's the oldest cast member of the main cast. Right? No, Misha.
Yes?
Misha.
Oh,
And Alessi?
yeah.
Who's older?
Unclear. I
Yeah.
have not thought too hard about him.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Ruan left the forest pause. Rewind. Stop. Okay. So Ruan is one of the youngest dragons of the forest and is now the only known dragon of the forest left. A lot of his people were wiped out in the Great War way back when, and he joined the forces of the Forest God and the Fairy Queen to help repel the evil Fomorians, which, for those of you who are familiar with Irish myth and not just Warframe, Fomorians are people from beyond the sea or people from inside the sea and are often thought to have like originated in Vikings, but also are like a otherworldly scary force that encroaches upon the land and the natural people who live there. And so we have borrowed that term for a bunch of colonizers who came to the land of Selos to hopefully strike it rich, and that resulted in the Great War that you guys may hear us talk about from time to time. Ruan, who is one of the youngest dragons, was one of the only people that actually survived that first wave of attacks and is now the only known living forest dragon, which is kind of sad for him, but I don't think he thinks about it too much because he left the forest. Him and the Fairy Queen did not get along. Let's put it that way. And so when given an opportunity to leave, he did, and he actually joined Tenny for her first exploits as the new queen of the fledgling kingdom of Selos. And so whenever you guys hear us say it is Selos' bestie birthday weekend, it's because we were talking about Tenny and Ruan, who are besties.
Wow.
Yeah. Are forest dragons slender to fit between trees? Yeah. They're kind of noodly a little bit. They are usually like, they draw inspiration from one aspect of forest, of like forest capital F, so like one aspect of the element of like the forest itself. So Ruan specifically is our dragon of autumn. All of the dragons have like almost like a value or a concept that they embody. At the very top we have the forest dragon, right, which is he's dad. That's the forest dragon is like the OG, and he had many children, so many, and he started the fairy court, along with his collection of consorts, who are among the fae of the forest itself. He was the original fairy king, whose seat was taken over by the fairy queen, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's sick. So I think there were a lot of expectations for Ruan to take over things after the rest of the dragons passed away, and he did not want it. And so he is very grateful to be away from all of the expectations that were put upon him, because he wants nothing to do with it, to be honest. But yeah, he's like, if we're talking about his dragon form is pretty. It's pink, but like he has like red and orange, like, so it's like kind of like fall leaves, you know, like when you see that like really vibrant first pop, like punch of fall leaves, and then they like have started to fall down. that like leaf litter is kind of how I imagine his color palette as a dragon. Very leaf and harvest themed. So similarly, like I feel like most dragons, in line with their like their core concept or their core value, their magic is a little bit more aligned with that. So Ruan specifically is really good at bringing things to fruition. So he may not always be the greatest at beginning a project per se, but if you need something to push you over the edge just to get you to the other side of it, that's something that he is going to really excel at, which I think kind of makes sense with fall. He also has a lot of associations with death and like the end of things, but not quite. It's more like end of life and less death. But also that's the time of harvest, and like when we reap the bounty of the things that we've worked hard on. So kind of like that's kind of the concept that I associate most with him, which I think, I don't know, I think is cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
He likes to knit. He knits like weird shit and then gives it as presents. If you get a gift from him, it's gonna be something knit. Trying to think. What's something else about Rowan? Did you know that Rowan likes conspiracy theories?
He's so funny.
It's not just that he likes conspiracy theories, he likes to start them. And then
He's so funny.
and then he refuses to elaborate because he thinks that critical thinking is important. Weirdest thing he's knitted? I think he at one point probably made a caterpillar like sleeping bag type blanket
Incredible.
to give to one of his nieces and or nephew. So probably like a Snuggie type like kigurumi style thing for one of his nieces or nephew.
That's so
Celis
funny.
was an inside job. It was. It actually was. Unironically. So Ruan's main occupation is he is a professor. And he started the Royal University of Celos, or Celos Royal University, shortly after the kingdom was established as a way to collect a bunch of the books and writings from around the region that needed to be preserved or saved. Which, you know, did a lot for the scholarship of the area, but also he wants to make sure that people are equipped with the knowledge that they wish to seek out, and so he makes it a priority to allow those that wish to learn, he makes sure that they are allowed to learn whatever they would like to. So he is seen as a very important source of truth and knowledge, which makes his penchant, his love for conspiracy theories even sillier, because people don't know if he's being real or not. Did he start a Celis version of the flat Earth ice wall? Basically, right? Like, I think he believes, quote unquote, in flat Earth, not because he thinks it's true, because he knows it's not, but because it's funnier to think that it's true. And because he's a little bit of a rage baiter, but I think it's less because out of the rage bait and more because he like thinks it's funny. You know?
Birds aren't real.
Yeah, birds aren't real. Yep, birds never existed. Did you guys know that birds have never existed ever? Birds are mythical. Like, definitely have never existed. And I think, you know, like there's a whole conspiracy theory that he may or may not actually be his dog. He has a cute little dog friend that follows him around everywhere, and people think, well, I actually, you know what, I don't know about the follows him around everywhere, because they are always in similar places, but I don't know that I've ever seen them in the same room. And he's like, wouldn't that be so funny? Wouldn't that be so funny if I was the dog?
Haha.
Right? Wouldn't that be so funny?
That's so funny.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if I was the dog? Enuspin, real. But that's why I think the
Wolfie.
one in his name is funny.
True.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Wow, wow. The conspiracy theory is actually true on that one. And I think that he partially does the conspiracy theory shit too, because it makes it really hard to tell, like, if he's being serious or not with the things that he actually wants to keep secret. So he might posit those in the same way that he would posit one of his joke conspiracy theories, and then nobody knows if it was true or not. Because he has a tone that he has when he's being completely serious and is like being a professor, right? And then he has his like more teasing, casual tone, where he's very sarcastic, and that's the tone he uses when he's trying to keep something secret. But he does it so much about so many things that it's not like you could be like, oh, well, you only do this when you're lying. No, he does this all the time. Yeah, he's silly, but he does have an animal form aside from his dragon form, which so one more time to go through that history. So when he joined the ranks of the Fairy Queen, you guys may or may not remember a concept called like the White Hands, where the members of the White Knights, the most prominent members, are called the White Hands. They are super strong, and they're given their powers directly by the forest god. Ruan is one of the recipients of those, and everybody, when they get their powers, either is given a mortal form that is a little bit more like the dragon form that we see, or so dragons are like elves, kind of. Wait, why is my thing not... Hello? Wake up. Sorry, my tracking stopped. I was like, I'm staring right at you, bud. I think it was the glare. But our dragons are like elves that can turn into big bad dragons, right? But for the most part, they live their lives as like elf-looking people. And so when hands get their mortal form, quote unquote, usually they look a little bit more dragon elfy than they do like a human mortal person. And then vice versa, if a fae or a dragon become a hand, they are gifted with a like wild form that they get to pick themselves. And Ruan's ends up being a cute little wolf. He's not little, but he is cute. Very fluffy. He's kind of a giant wolf. But don't worry about it. Yeah, his name is Wolfie in that form, because the people that know him in that form are not very creative with their names. But that's okay.
Wolfie.
Is Wolfie. And so he has those three forms. I think he feels most comfortable in like his just normal human form. But having access to a wolf form that nobody particularly knows him in is nice and convenient for when he wants it to be, you know. Much easier to keep guard on a friend who may need a little buddy in case of emergency, because people are gonna overlook the dog. They won't overlook an entire man or a giant dragon, you know. But the wild form actually came about because he needed to be in like a low-key witness protection during the war, because the Fomorians were trying to wipe out all of the forest dragons. And so as the last known one, he was stuck in his wild form and had to just suck it up for a little bit. But I think that made him much more comfortable with it than he would have been otherwise, because now he has a lot of like lived experience in it. You can tell that it's him inside the wild form too, because it's like his eyes are so intelligent. You know, it's like, have you ever like made eye contact with like a dog and you're just like, you may like legitimately have the intelligence of like a 7 or 8 year old, and it's like kind of scary. Like, I know you can understand everything I'm saying. And so I think that you have that kind of similar situation with him, where he's like, oh, this dog understands every single word that I'm saying, and it's like kind of eerie, but he's like cute, so.
Oh well.
Yeah. What else about Ruan? He's so funny. His best friend is his best friend other than Tenny. So he has 2 best friends, right? And a husband, who I would be remiss to not mention. So I guess he has 3 best friends. But like, I feel like husband is like a step above best friend. you know?
Real.
It's like he has two besties, and then like he has an extension of himself and his husband. But his two besties are Tenny and Asa, which I think is really funny because I feel like those two characters at face value, you would be like, I feel like they're kind of different. But I feel like when you really dig into their characters, they are actually extremely similar, in a way that I think makes them work well with a character like Ruan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are his two besties. And then his husband's name is Nick, and Nick is a fairy from the fairy kingdom of Selos, which we just call the forest because that's easier and less confusing than saying the kingdom twice. Yeah, he's a member of the fairy court, and he teaches all of the young knights the basic skills that they'll need out in the field. So I think they get along really well because they're both educators, which I think is something to bond over. They both really like teaching. Yeah. I think something funny about Ruan is that he's intensely private as a person, just like with any of his personal information, and is very guarded about it. And so he will offer information if asked, right? By somebody that he cares about deeply, but he will not generally offer it. So I think until very recently, the royal family may not have known that he was married.
Nope.
for the whole time that they've known him. Which, like,
Nope.
you know, for him, he's like, well, I'm immortal. Like, you know, this isn't, like, 100 years is, it's a while, I'm not gonna lie. But it's like, it's not like it's forever. We'll get through it. It's like, you know, it'll pass. But to them, they're like, how did you not mention that? Like, and he's not like trying to hide him or anything. He goes home every like month or two to go spend a week with his family at home, you know. So it's not like he's not even not seeing them. They just are like, oh, you know, the professor's off on a camping trip, and he's just like, yeah, we had a great time. And they're like, oh, did you see your friends? And he's like, yeah.
Took his dog.
Took my dog. Took my dog and my husband. And oh, the other funny thing about Ruan being one of the people that starts the birds are not real thing, is that his child is a bird that they adopted. They adopted a bird starling. And so I think it is doubly funny that it's just like, oh, not only does he know that birds are real, he's helping to raise one into being a good knight, which is just silly. I don't know. I like Ruan.
He's so funny.
He's very unserious. I think, like, generally, he likes to, I think we talked about him slightly too, where I was talking about his like policy on education and teaching, where it's like, if my student does not understand, that's a failing of mine, not my students. And so he will go out of his way to adjust his lesson plans and his teaching style to make sure that it is coming through in the way that he intends it to, and that the information is easy to digest. So, for instance, if Stelline cannot understand the lesson plan of fractions, suddenly we're baking. And we are going to bake a cake, and I'm going to make you pick out all of the fractions of like the cups and everything that we need to get in order to bake. And then, after we have baked the cake, we are going to do fractions with the round cake that we just produced.
Cake.
And learn angles. But you get to have
And then we
cake, and
get
so
to
now you
eat it.
remember. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can have one slice of cake for every correct answer that you get.
Yippee!
So, I think he's funny. He's so silly. If we put him into the current era, I think he'd be a photojournalist. because I think that's something that Rowan really values, is capturing reality and capturing truth and knowledge and documenting it and making sure that it is somewhere that he can keep it. I think in Selos he does that through his collection of books and libraries. But I think in a modern era, he would probably prioritize like getting photos and telling stories of people and traveling to collect as many of those stories as possible. Because I think that is something that is very important to him, is recording, documenting, and preserving legacy, especially for those that can't record, document, and like preserve them themselves. I think he wants to be a resource for populations that might need that, and so that's what he tends to focus on, is that, and like making cultural connections that may not at first appear to be in line with one another, but you know, once you start getting that conversation going, I think that is where he really excels at helping bridge those two cultures to find understanding, or at least spark interest, mutual interest, you know. And so that's like a lot of why he likes to take pictures. Ruan's very family oriented. Like, he is really, really, really focused on making sure that his family is provided for. He has he has many siblings, but in Selos specifically, he had a younger sister who he lost in the war, and then he kind of adopted a new younger sister later in Tenny, which I think is super cute. Whoa. And then similarly, I think he sees Asa as like a younger brother, and so he takes on that like eldest sibling role for them as much as he can. I don't know. I like Ruwan. Ruwan's cool. It's his birthday today. Thanks for letting me yap about him.
Yippee! I love
Did
him.
I forget anything? He's so funny.
How does he like his coffee?
You know, I don't know. I think it depends. I think he like has specific ways that he likes specific coffees, and he's like kind of pretentious about it. But
That's
like if it's like shitty coffee, I think he would like dump a lot of sugar into it. You know? If it's like bad coffee. But like if it's like good coffee and you don't want to like dilute it. I think tea he's much more picky about. I think he does a couple sugars, but like no milk. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, you do that? Yeah, because that's the correct way to do it. Listen, if the coffee is good, you should not need milk or sugar. You know?
Yeah.
Same thing with tea. If tea is brewed correctly, generally, you don't need milk or sugar. But it's okay to want it, because I still want it, even if it's brewed correctly. You know?
He has another habit that I think is silly, which is his nicknames.
Oh, yeah, he gives, so, Ruwan, and he's so tsundere, like, he actually cracks me up. So, in public, and generally speaking, he will refer to you as a very, like, distanced form of address. Like, he will always refer to the royals as their royal title, like, always Her Majesty, her, you know, like, her highness, his majesty, you know, very, like, very proper, you know, or even, like, if they're, like, alone, it'll be Queen Tenny, you know, like, or, like, not Tenny, but, like, whatever we end up deciding her name is, but, like, he would use, like, full name Queen, you know, Queen, my Queen, you know, whatever. In private, though, in very fond moments, I think he does have mental nicknames for all of his favorite people and least favorite people. And he uses them as like a very like sweet term of endearment only around like family in very private closed settings. Just because I think he's like really big on propriety. Like Wisp in character in universe, Wispin keeps trying to get him to call her Wispy or Wisp or just anything that's not you know, your radiance or Wispin. Just straight up, because she's just like, please don't call me that. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to be called anything fussy or like stuffy. Like that's like so uncomfortable. And he's just like, I'm going to call you full name. And she's like, but he thinks it's funny because she's so upset by it. And so I think he gets into like cute little back and forths like that a lot. But specifically like with the royals, for instance, when he first met the tiny Stellina, her head was very round like a cabbage, and so he just started calling her Cabbage because she's small and round like a cabbage.
I'm a sprout.
And so that is Stelline's nickname from him. Similarly, he has like cute little terms of endearment for a lot of his other niece and his nephew. I don't remember what did he end up calling Azeli?
I actually don't know. Because I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, I actually don't remember.
But together they make a salad, which is cute. Because I think Haura got the crouton. I think Azeli got something cute. Let me look.
Yeah,
if I look up crouton.
But Haura was for a little bit he was the princeling because he was silly.
Oh, that too. I think, but that's the thing, right? I think there's the room for multiple nicknames, and I think it is very like he has little terms of endearment. But yeah, princeling is one. Did he have one for Elshka? I can't remember. He had like a lot of them. I need to reread my notes.
I mostly just remember Cabbage because it's the funniest thing in the world.
Because your head's so round.
Just out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, Cabbage!" I'm like, what?
Tiny Cabbage. Yeah, I think especially with like Tenny, like he very rarely uses hers, but when they are like, let's say, you know, it's like if she needs encouragement, I think times that other characters or like his loved ones need encouragement are when these terms of endearment would come out. Because I think there's like one that's more endearing and then one that's probably more teasing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he's very silly. Also, Shin, thank you for the head pat. I did not notice. I'm so bad at this. I'm bad at reading. But sorry guys, I could yap forever and ever and ever. I should also read chat. Have you ever seen baby pigeons? I thought not. So true, and that's why birds aren't real. You know?
Birds are not real.
Birds are not real. You can picture the grin on his face while saying that. So I think generally speaking, Rowan actually has a very straight face and he delivers things very dryly and sarcastically. But like there's a sparkle in his eye that lets you know that like, oh no, he is teasing. But I think he is like so straightforward. And like generally very closed off and cool. That when you do get to see him smile, it is kind of stunning. Like when we first got this art for him, the first thing that Stelly said was like, oh my god, his smile. And I'm like, I know. Because like that's not an expression that I think you often see on his face. But I think it really captured the spirit that is his character. So I really like the expression because I think that is a side of him that his close friends and family and loved ones do see, but that the outside world does not have the privilege of seeing, generally speaking. You know? Which I think is really endearing. So cute.
Oh well.
Oh well? We're talking about name puns. Sometimes when I talk about Rowan, you ask yourself, who did this? Rwanda. Korean, it is Rowan. I see. You know, dogs that should be paying taxes because they're so smart. Real, dude. I had a dog earlier today. So, dog's dad forgot his leash, like, had it in his pocket. And so, I couldn't take this dog out without a leash because he's big. And all I had was an Alfie leash. And Alfie is like, 10 pounds and not a 70-pound pit bull who I cannot let get loose, And so, this dog, after about 10 minutes of us arguing about, well, weren't arguing, but he kept going in and out, in and out, in and out of the back because he didn't want to be in the backyard. He wanted to go on a walk. And I'm like, I understand that you want to go on a walk. We cannot. And then eventually he showed me a drawer. He like kept hitting me with his nose and then coming over to the drawer and hitting the drawer. And I'm like, do you want me to open it? And so I did. And inside there were a bunch of small dog leashes, which I obviously couldn't use on their own. But with a multitude of them, I could turn them into a rope. And then I have a new leash. And so that was cool.
Wow.
I felt like a genius. I was an engineer, and you guys would have been so proud.
Number one in innovation.
Truly. I think similarly to the number one in innovation, we were actually talking about this afternoon. I think Rowan likes to, or I think Rowan's nephew, Haura, likes to come up with silly titles for the school, similar in like number one in innovation, and then he's just like, we're the only university. What do you mean number one in innovation?
We are number one.
I guess we are, yes, but he's not gonna argue with him. I think like hearing that is like opens his mouth, thinks about whether he wants to argue it or not, and then decides that he does not.
Yeah, I think that's an appropriate response to Haura.
Yeah, he just lets it sit there, because that's fine. That's fine. Sure. Yeah. He's very silly. Does he have a favorite place he likes to be alone with his thoughts? So, actually, he really loves his office. And this office behind us is what I, at least internally, have been calling Rowan's office. Because in my headcanon is that we steal his office sometimes. To hold stream and to host events with the two of us. Because he lets us use the space because it's, it's open, it's protected, it has good internet, the lighting is good, there's snacks, it's soundproof, so, and it's away from other people, so we're not bothering anybody who's trying to study. And similarly, too, the instrumental in the background is called Midnight Library, because my concept for it was Wispin is cramming for an exam very late at night and needs her professor to help her get everything ready for the next day.
Please,
and it is
please.
Exactly. It is the sound of studying very late at night, being cozy and comfy in Rowan's office. The fire's going. He made you hot chocolate. He put a blanket over your shoulders that he knit himself at one point. And it sucks that you have to be writing your essay because he is going to make you write it, no extension. And you did choose this. You chose to put yourself in the situation where you now have to cram. However, he will at least make cramming not suck.
Yeah.
So, and so he gives his students, or at least his favorite ones, a safe place to cram when they need it. Ansvar Cocoa. Exactly.
Hot chocolate man.
Hot chocolate man. We love hot chocolate man. Oh, 1 second. I accidentally shrunk myself. Teehee.
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 Teehee. Teeha. Teeho.
Teeho. There we go. I was like, we have the wrong background on. That's okay.
Poha.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What else about Rowan? That's why I always joke about the bird cage that's on my shoulder over here. Because I'm like, oh wait, that could be for Pari.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Birds.
For people that don't know, in Celos, Pari who was my Dragon Age Veilguard character. I have adopted them into my greater lore, and they are a crow, raven, corvid starling who was adopted by Ruan and Ruan's husband, and are now they're one of Selos's chief messenger birds. Very useful. They fly very fast, but also that means that, technically speaking, if Stelline is Ruan's niece and Ruan has a bird child, then Pari is Stelline's cousin, which means Stelline's cousin is a bird, which I personally think is very funny.
Birds are real?
When you didn't think your cousin was real. You thought your cousin was fake.
I mean,
Mythological cousin.
The professor didn't tell us that he had a family forever.
It's funnier that way. It's funnier that way. And I think, when they're like, what do you mean? Why didn't you tell us that you had a family? He's like, well, you never asked. Which is infuriating. You know? What do you mean you never asked? Why didn't you tell us? We didn't know that there was a question to ask.
How can we know what we do not know?
Right? And so, something that's kind of silly, if you have checked out the lore site at all, Jake,
31
thank
months
you for 31
WH.
months! Thank you. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Need to know basis, real. He's just guarded. Bro, you didn't ask. You know? I don't remember what I was gonna say because I was so excited to say Jake. How is it, Jake? Happy
The
Monday.
lore site?
Oh, if you've gone on the lore site, you may have noticed that specifically Ruan's page is a lot less populated than the other pages, and that is not because I don't know the information. It is because in lore, Ruan is the one who wrote everything on the lore site and has chosen what he is comfortable with sharing. And so you'll see there's also no mention of his family either, because why do you need to know that? You just need to know that he's a professor and he runs the university. That's all you need to know. What, are we friends or something? You don't need to know about my husband and kids. So even though he writes deep biographical full summaries of the other members of the Selos cast, he himself gets a very short blurb because he's
so funny.
You don't need to know.
This is fine. This is enough.
You missed the rebrand? What rebrand? Is it the background? Because I feel like I've been. How long is? I don't use it very often.
Use the nighttime.
Yeah. Let me. Here, I can swap to the nighttime one. I was actually just thinking about that. No, how about rather than pulling up, changing the source that is labeled White Study Day, how about I pull up the source that is labeled White Study Night, rather than changing the source that it says White Study Day to the one that's night? I am fine. Hang on. Do I have it? I might not even have it loaded. Oh, it's Rune in Final Fantasy 14. You're good. You're good. So yes, it is Rune in Final Fantasy 14 because that in lore makes sense. For ours, it was twofold. One, I was like, well, our rune isn't really a foresty type name, so I wanted it to be more in line with my lore. And two, there was a ultimate game that just came out or is about to come out, that has a pink-haired, yellow-eyed dragon boy who lives in the library, who is kind of grumpy, whose name is Rune, who's also a mage. And I was like, I had to change his name. But it's okay, because I have been enjoying the new name. And now I have finally gotten used to it. Can't believe they stole your OC. They're actually different enough, but I was like, they're close enough that I don't want to name him Rune. It was spelled R-U-N-E, but I was like, still too close. We'll go with Rowan. But nobody can pronounce the way that his name is actually spelled. So we are just using Rowan to help people pronounce it. So indeed you did miss the rebrand then. Yes. I was confused. Sorry. We had to do, I think it was a couple, but I don't really talk about him very much, so.
Yeah, I think this is like one of the first like him focus.
Official. Yeah.
Yeah. Because usually it's on an Asa, and then we kind of mention him as associated with Asa, and then I'll mention him when I say the professor.
True. I was gonna say, I feel like we talk about the professor, but we very rarely like say his name.
Yeah, because I think Stellina, for example, calls him Uncle Professor and is confused when he has a name. Like, what do you mean he's got a name? Isn't his name Professor?
Real. He makes the PowerPoints. Yeah, exactly. He's so silly. The least serious. Oh.
Yar.
Oh, okay, hang on. Wait, this is... Hang on.
Hanging.
Is it Control F, that full screen?
Control F. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Control D will... Well, I guess if it Control F and fits the screen, it doesn't need to center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I changed the time.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Magic. That's crazy.
Amaze. Rename.
Snap.
Light, study, night. Because it was still in Chinese, so I could not read it.
Big same. I have to stare at it and be like, is that the kanji for night or the kanji for
day.
evening?
Yeah, that's literally, I was like, I think that's the right one. But I was
I
like,
know day.
Yeah,
Sun.
day is easy. But the night one, I'm like, which one is that? Dark mode at last. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for blinding you guys.
Does the professor have a favorite food?
No, don't be sorry. Why are you sorry? How dare you ask me questions about my OC who I'm currently hyper fixated on this day of his birth? I think I decided on one for him, but I do not recall what it is, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I think he does like sweets. He's not like a sweet tooth per se, but he enjoys them. Like if you give him a sweet, that will make his day. But he's not like sweets obsessed. You know? You know what I was thinking about earlier? I think the forest is largely vegetarian.
Yeah.
Because, like, how are you going to eat somebody that you were just having a conversation with earlier today? You know?
Yeah.
I think it's fine when you're, like, an animal. But, like, once you've attained, like, starlinghood, I feel like at that point you have kind of... One, you don't need to eat anymore. But also, two, like, you've kind of gained enlightenment a little bit. So, like, you're like, I don't know if that's a person. I don't know if I want to do that. Are there carnivores in the forest? I was going to say, I think, generally speaking, the civilization, so the Sealy court that I, Wispin, preside over, and our associated civilization at the White Tree, which is also known as Heartgrove, is largely vegetarian. I think there may be some pescatarian situations going on. But I don't think entirely that is the case. I think among the Fae, there may be some who are more open to eating animal meat. But I think that, at least as far as starlings are concerned, they are a type of Fae, but they are spirits rather than like a physical corporeal being. They don't need to eat, so not really an issue. We can eat,
Like
but
Kero-chan.
yeah, we can if we are really tired and we need an energy boost, we can eat. But it's not like normal eating. Like, consider it just gets burned up into energy immediately.
Yar.
Yeah.
Have you seen Zootopia 2?
Not yet. Have you?
No, I was just wondering, because I think in Zootopia 1, there are like no fish characters and there are no bird characters, I think.
Mm.
And so I was wondering if in 2 they introduced any, because then how do you account for like tigers? Because if there are no fish characters, then maybe their society just eats fish.
Mm.
But if there's a fish
That would
character,
make
then we have
sense.
to wonder about the questions that you're thinking about for the forest and the Fae.
I think
the
they did
starlings.
address that because it was like predators versus prey in the first movie, where it was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
predators have like overcome that instinct and they no longer try to eat other creatures.
Ah.
But like, so like they're good now.
I see.
Yeah. Which is why the not to get into it too much, but that's part of why the racial like or what is it called, like the symbolism of it kind of falls apart when you like actually look at it with a at a microscope.
Mhm, mhm.
You're like, oh, but like then the predators would have been the ruling class back in the day, suppressing this minority group, which would be the you know,
Yeah.
the prey. So then now it wouldn't be a systemic issue of ongoing racism if the cops are targeting predators, right? Even though now they're the minority group that is being oppressed.
I don't remember much of the movie other than the sloth
There's a
scene.
lot. I could do a whole dissertation about it. This is the plot of Zootopia. It is.
Hi, Xiaojia. Hi, Julie. I asked a question about Zootopia because I was wondering about what starlings eat.
Yeah. And then I went on a rant about how the racial symbolism of it does not actually work if you investigate it a little bit and look into it a little deeper than just, oh, cool. Okay, I get it. It's fine. Hi, Xiaojia. How are you? Hi, Julie. Oh, yeah, sorry. I was ranting about Zootopia. Which is a movie I do like. I do like Zootopia a decent amount. I was going to go see it, and then I didn't want to be like the 30-year-old who's like in the movie theaters for Zootopia. You know what I mean? I'm not 30, but like that's just how I feel in my head. Because like Greenie is always like, dang, Wispin, you're ancient. And I'm like, okay, well, if you think I'm ancient, then, you know, who fucking knows? Dude, you know what's like an ego blow that I'll never get over? Sorry to get sidetracked. I think about this all the time. So during COVID, when we had to wear masks, I was working like a customer-facing job. And so to make us less sad looking to everybody, they made us put a selfie of ourselves on a little lanyard and then like pin it to our shirt so that people could see what we looked like.
Dang.
And like still see us. I know it was kind of invasive and I really didn't like it, but we did what we had to. And so I took a selfie from that summer, like the summer previous, the summer of 2019, that I had taken at the 4th of July, super cute selfie, and I put it in my lanyard. And this lady was like, "Oh my gosh, is that your daughter?" I'm 23. I'm like, not even. I'm 22. I'm 22 at this time. And she goes, "Is that your daughter?"
What
and
a
I'm like,
question to start with is crazy.
I was like, "No, that's me from like 6 months ago." I'm like, wow,
That's
way to tell me I look
wild.
chopped today. Like,
No.
dang. I was like,
No.
you're telling me, like, it's not just that. It's you look old enough to have a daughter who is at least 20 to a 23-year-old. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I look
Yeah.
40. I look 40 is what you're saying.
That's a wild question.
I will never get over that. Man, I think about that every time I think about anything. I don't even remember what got me to think about that. But yeah, it clearly lives rent-free in my head.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, it was that I didn't want to be the only 30-year-old in the movie theater. And so if I looked... No, you cannot call me Nuna, Sleepy. You're literally 10 years older than me. Like, shut up. He's not actually. It's 6 years. But that's still a lot. But you know what else is a lot? Assuming that somebody is like 20 plus years older than they are. She was just trying to make small talk and be nice. And she immediately knew that she fucked up.
I think that's not a question we start with. I think a question to start with is, oh wow, who is that in the picture? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Luke brought up. So we were getting brunch with one of my friends during spring break. Two of them, so Luke and my other friend, have baby faces, like the babyest faces. Like Luke routinely, even now, gets stopped thinking that people think that they're 12. So we were in college. I think it was our senior year. And we were out to brunch at like a local place, and literally, I don't remember if it was the old lady or if like a local cop came up and asked like what we were doing, like if like we were good, and like asked to see ID, and we were like, "What's going on?" Like, "Yeah, what?" Like, and they were like, what are you ladies doing today? And we're like, "We're getting brunch." They were like, "Cool. Should you guys be anywhere else?" And we're like, "No, we're on spring break. We don't have class this week." And they're like, "Oh, you guys are on spring break? Where do you go to school?" And we're like, "University 1 and University 2. And they were like, "Oh, do you guys mind if I see your ID just because we got a call that you guys were skipping class?" And we were like, "Okay." And so we showed ID, and he was like, "Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. Have a good rest of your dinner." And then the ladies on the other side of the booth, like they were like not like perpendicular to us, like a booth perpendicular to us, came over like, "Oh my gosh, we're so sorry. We thought that you guys like." From these ladies, we got a call from skipping class from whom? From these ladies who were sitting perpendicular to us, who called to let them know that we were high schoolers skipping class. And we're like, "No." I feel like I remember it being an officer because I think I remember which officer it was. I won't say the name of the man, but it was like an officer that we knew. So like, I think he was even like, "Don't I know you?" We're like, "Yeah."
Trying to do math, like.
Yeah, like how long ago
you
did I
old
teach you
enough
guys
to
do
be-
dare?
Yeah. Yeah.
How long ago was that dare class? And we're
I've
like,
done that with my kids where I stare at them. I'm like, "Are you done with classes? Are you huh?"
yeah. And so he had that look on his face because like I think it was Officer Bob, who like we had known for a very long time. Like he used to like chaperone like school dances and everything too. So like he like knew us enough to be like, Because there's always a cop that sits outside of that restaurant too, because that's like a really good place to nab people speeding. So it's not like it was like they had to drive there. He just came inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you just walk inside real quick? Okay.
Oh, dude, that too. So when me and Sleepy first met, I was a baby at my first like real full like part-time job. Like I'd had other like retail part-time jobs, but like this one was different, and I had to walk home at night through a really scary like alley. Like, and oh, hi Sumi, hi Gambit. And so I was scared, and so I asked if Luke could come hang out with me until my shift was over, and then we could walk home together, so I wasn't walking home alone. And I was like, you know, yeah, you can just sit over there, and like I'll log you in on my account, and like you can like play this game until I'm ready to go. And then when I went out, or like I think somebody walked up to Luke and they were like, yo, where's your babysitter? Like you need, like it's after 10, like you need to have an adult with you after 10 o'clock if you're under 16. Luke's older than me, but I think Luke snarkily was like, oh, it's that one, and pointed at me. And so my boss was like ready to like give me a lecture on how I'm not allowed to like babysit someone while I'm actively working. And I had to explain that no, I am not babysitting Luke. Luke is babysitting me. Luke is 2 months older than me, and I'm scared to walk home alone. And my roommate, who was older than me, came to get me. But yeah, so it's just a lot. we were both 20. We were both 20 at the time. I was like 2 months into being 20 years old. So funny. And then one time me and Luke went to the zoo, and I asked for an adult and a child ticket, and they let us in.
Yeah.
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 I was like, one adult and one child, please. They didn't even question it. They were like, what am I going to say to this white lady with the small brown child? No. May I see ID? I feel like that'd be racially profiling to ask for ID from the small brown child. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Luke had to hide their tattoo. Because we were like 22. I was like, do you think they'd let us in if I asked for a child ticket? And Luke was like, I think they'd be too scared to ID me. And I was like, let's do it. Because like, I was like, what are they even going to do if they try to ID you? You could just be like, I don't have an ID because I'm 12. Like, what 12-year-old has an ID? You know? Like... So funny. I'm like trying to think. Sorry, I got so distracted. But I feel like, tangentially, I feel like part of the spirit of Rouen was very influenced by my good friend Luke. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the best way. So funny. The shenanigans.
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 Shenaniganry. Also, Luke, I'm just saying, you could always zoom in on an iPad and we could give it a cute little bow tie. And then we can give you to my Uncle Keith, and he can just take you around, because he will.
Like a VTuber.
He will. Yeah, like a VTuber. I'm serious. I'm looking into it. Only if you want and you are free,
fun.
But I think it would be hilarious. My uncle would volunteer to be your handler. He's obsessed with you.
No pictures, please.
No, I think he would ask for pictures, but he needs to be in the pictures.
Important business.
He'll probably be unemployed, so definitely free then. Hey, come through! Come through!
Not this.
What a state that the current world is in. It's fine. Would he not just hold the Luke phone hostage? That exactly. See, Luke gets it. Luke knows. He would just hold it hostage and he'd just talk to you the whole time because he'd be so excited. He's like he's like Del. Like, so Stellina has a character named Del who was like very stoic, like very like kind of like Elshka in that like he's kind of more closed off and reserved, but like he's like secretly a softie and very warm and loving towards his family, but like he has like scary dog privilege, right?
Yeah.
Del? Yeah. That's what Keith is like. I don't think I didn't have a conversation with him until I was like 18, and this man is my godfather. You know, but like it's not like in a way that like I'm like, oh, he doesn't love me. No, I know he loves me. We just have never spoken because he doesn't talk. And if he does talk, it's in grunts that you just kind of interpret. Unless he's drinking, in which case he's very affable and very silly. Hi, John. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hello. How is you? We're talking about my OC today.
One.
Me and Stelline both have OCs whose birthdays are on this week. Yes, yes, yeah. Kratos is a great example. Yes, actually, unironically, Kratos. I'm not even joking. Kratos. So when I played God of War, he reminded me so much of my uncle that I needed my dad to play the game. You know? I'm like, no, you need to play this. Because like he did also remind me kind of my dad, but it was more my uncle. And I was like, I think you will appreciate this game. And he did. He loved that game. And he finished Ragnarok before I did. But, yeah. Literally Kratos IRL. Accurate. But yeah, we're talking about one. Oh, I made myself big again. Oopsie. I keep doing that.
Wow.
Teehee.
The beginning.
Up. The beginning.
They also, what is it? I am also called the beginning.
The beginning. Was that Sothis?
Yeah.
I miss Sothis.
Me too.
I
lives in my brain.
Right? Time to play more Persona 5.
She lives in your brain.
Well, she lives in Violet's brain and it's fine.
Is it fine?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know if it's fine. It eventually turns out okay, but I do not know if it is fine.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
With an asterisk.
Yep.
Sylvain on the side holding a sign. It is not
real.
Fine.
It is not fine. So silly. I wonder what source this is. Hang on. Celine was like, you didn't studio mode it? I'm like, no. Because part of the problem though is that when I studio mode, it like doesn't play any of the video sources I have, so then I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? So I was like, let me just click it. I'm curious. Because it was just a scene that says collab, and it has Genshin Impact, Fugi, Stellina, a Stellina Discord window where like I can view your what you're streaming to me in Discord, and then another Discord viewer. So I don't know what that's for. It's a surprise for everyone involved.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So I was like, don't I have a scene that has a bunch of stuff set up for me to do show and tell? And then I realized, no, that's on my winter scene collection. And I'm back on my fall scene collection because we are no longer in my winter scenes. Which makes sense why I don't have them. Yeah. Because I have like this is like my default scene collection. And then I have my winter one with all of my fancy winter stuff. set
Yeah.
up, so I don't have to redo it every year. Dude, okay, I know I keep getting off topic, but my toxic trait is thinking that I can do things that I shouldn't. Like earlier, I tried to fix my own shower and I had to call my dad and be like, am I flying too close to the sun? He's like, put it down, Icarus. I'm like, thank you. He's like, call a plumber. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, I bought tools and everything. He's like, don't. I'm like, okay. He's like, even I would not touch that. I'm like, that is significant that you said that you would not touch it. Okay, so I will not touch this. He's like, yes, put it down. I'm like, okay. But my fly too close to the sun thing recently has been, but what if I just got cubism and I rigged 2.0 myself and I learned how to do it? Like, what if I just did it? Reality check who? Father Wisp and check for real. No, but like, if Wisp dad isn't gonna touch it, and like he like, my hubris comes from somewhere, right? Where it's like I bet I could do it. It'll be fine. I'll just look it up on Reddit and have some YouTube videos up and we'll just do it ourselves. And that's how he did all the electrical stuff for my grandma's house. It actually turned out fine. But you know, for he was like, even I would not touch that. Do not. He's like, there are several steps that you did not consider. He's like, have you drained all the water? I was like, no. He's like, Wispin. Listen, I just was thinking I could just open it up and then I could try to see what's wrong before we call somebody. And he's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, okay. He's like, that's what's keeping it turned off. I'm like, it's like the handle needs to be on. I'm like, okay. Save me from drowning. Yeah, or at least the house from drowning. It's fine. Yeah, see, like, I fixed our washer. I fixed our dryer. I've, like, done some mild other, like, home repair stuff. Looking up all these guides. But I was like, something in the back of my head is telling me that this is a bad idea. And I should probably call an adultier adult to tell me if I should do this or not. It's like, I don't want to have to call out a whole plumber. It's gonna be so expensive. It's fine. That was my story from yesterday. My story from today is that I think I sprained my ankle, but we're living. It's okay. I am ricing it. I took meds. It is in a brace. Thank you, Sleepy. Shout out, Sleepy.
Brace.
Yes. So, I'll be okay, but I am a little ouchy today. So thank you guys for helping me distract myself by just yapping about Ruan.
Yapping.
What are some other things that we can discuss? I'm trying to think if there's anything additional that I have of Ruan. So originally my plan for for today was actually going to be to do a design reveal, but I did not actually end up commissioning it because I have wedding stuff to pay for. So we will have that probably next year at some point. But for now, we can maybe look at the full art of this one.
Wow.
Let me pull it up. He's the only OC that does not have his own folder because I only have one piece of art for him.
Amazing.
Look at him. He's so cute. We got a version without the glaze on it too, which I think is nice because like you could actually like see all the details now. And as you can see, he has these cute branch antlers because he is the Dragon of Autumn, right? So he has the branch antlers, and then his hair is this nice soft pink. And then he always is like dressed very formally. He's very scholarly and elegant looking. His hair has like a very like natural soft curl to it. I think it's two-toned. So like the top is like a so similar to like an autumn leaf, right? Where you have that darker, deeper color on top, and then underneath is like a softer, lighter, less saturated pink red. Super cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Queenie.
We love one. Hi, Queenie. We're yapping about OCs and lore today. I don't know if I've shown off. Have I shown anybody the Celos PNG yet? Like the Celos forest background yet?
I don't think so. I think it may be the background on something that I made, but like not by
true.
itself.
Look, guys. Isn't it so pretty? Look. Here, I'm actually going to make it full screen because why not?
Wow.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it into OBS because I can do that because I have free will. Ready? Boop. Control F. Right? Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know that I've shown this off yet. Actually.
Yeah.
Look at how pretty it is when I put glowies over it. Yeah, I showed it to some friends in DMs. But I did not share the main finished product yet. Yeah. So, there were some language barriers, so it is not exactly my vision, but that is okay because it is a very big step towards getting the final official one when we do. Because technically speaking, in Heartgrove, you should not be able to see the sky because the people that live there are ghosts that will die if they are touched by sunlight. And that looks fine here, but if we look at the daytime version, I think the issue will become a little obvious. But it's still cool. It still does capture the vibe, right? Where it's like the ruins of what used to be a great elven city, like a great fae city that was then decimated by an impending meteor hit that was stopped by the great forest dragon who caught the meteor before it landed and crashed everything. But a giant tree grew in its place to prevent and catch the meteor before it hit the ground, which is why everything is destroyed and we are saturated with this cool, glowy, purple substance that is in my ears and tail. We are literally radiation poisoned. We are cosmic magic radiation. Don't worry about it. You know? Don't worry about it. Yeah, so the sky's a problem, but I kept trying to say that and it just was not. I think I was not communicating well. And so we will try again at some point. I was like, I don't think I can communicate to you how large this tree is. Like, it is bigger than that. It's okay. But the art is really pretty. I love the colors. It looks great. And I'm happy with it. So we are going to be putting all of my OSTs up on YouTube very shortly with this as a cute little background for it, which I'm very excited for. So that way I know that we had a couple of friends who really wanted to have somewhere they could listen to the OSTs at their leisure if they wanted a specific one. And I wanted to put them up online so that they could. But I wanted art to go with them so it wasn't just like a black screen or just random Wispin art to go with it. So this was part of that project was I wanted to get a couple of different daytime, like I wanted a daytime and a nighttime one. So we got those and they came in and I like them a lot, but I just haven't had time since they came in to do anything with them because they came in the fall. And as you guys know, I've been kind of MIA since like August. But yeah, it's very cozy. Imagine trees the size of the ones on the Wookiee homeworld in Star Wars. Exactly. It's like a massive tree. Like this tree. So the forest lore is that long ago there was a giant meteor that fell from the sky and was going to crash land straight into this ancient city of Emon Ablach, which is where the Fae lived with, and they lived in unison with the dragon elf people. But the Fae are not mortal in the same way that the dragons are. So, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. But they live together. The forest dragon reigned as king over all of the people of this land. And, everything was pretty chill until the meteor was about to hit. So he used the last of his magic and everything that he had to go up into the sky and try to catch this meteor before it fell. And as one last act of trying to protect his people, he turned into a giant tree when he was struck by it as they fell into the ground. And the tree more or less contained the blast, so not everything was destroyed in the way that it would have normally. But it didn't help with the scary cosmic nightmare magic radiation that was coming off of it. So almost everything in the forest in that blast of radiation did pass away, and a lot of them turned into what we now know as starlings, which is what the animal spirits are around Selas. So we are a special kind of ghost. And the animals that then came to live in the forest after that are all just passively poisoned by this scary cosmic radiation. Don't worry about it. And so it is the forest god's duty to keep this radiation in check and make sure that it does not spread and kill everyone, because that would be bad. And so the forest god basically inherits the powers of the old dragon, like the forest dragon himself. And it's our duty to make sure that the forest is safe. Yeah. It'll be fine, right? So I'm not too worried. So we call the comet the Nightfall because the night fell on us and then turned the whole forest into a realm of night and pretty stars and cosmic magic type stuff, and that's why we look like this. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The Nightfall is pretty passive as far as we are aware. It's just kind of passively awful. It's not doing anything actively bad as far as we know, other than giving everybody access to some magic that maybe we shouldn't have. But that's why the city that we live in is like kind of like just ruins and no longer has the same amount of people living in it. So the forest dragons did have to leave because they're mortal and are susceptible to the nightfall radiation, we just call it nightfall. But the Fae are not, and so they were able to stay and rebuild part of the capital, which is where we all live now, in the Sealy Court. The more you know. Sparkles. Yeah. Nowadays, the Nightfall is not super strong, so people can come there and go as they please. Like life has slowly returned in the centuries since, but it was not good for a while. This is why we open magic schools and deal with things as they come. Exactly. So I wasn't even supposed to be the next forest god, right? Asa was. But then I accidentally... Some shenanigans happened and I took over. And now I'm the forest god, but I have not trained for it. So now I have to go learn things so I can make sure that the nightfall doesn't kill everyone. Smilers. Thumbs up. You know? It's exciting. Yeah. I don't know. I've been working hard. I wanted... So originally it was going to be short stories, and then I was like, no... I don't know. I know you guys have been hearing about me talking about writing, so I won't talk about it too much. But it has been a fun exercise the last couple of months to try to make sure that everything is ironed out. I know it's pretty generic. Like, there are a lot of other things that do the same thing, but I feel like it's unique in its combination of the ways that it does things. And so I have at least that, right? So, it'll be fine. But yeah, you can even see, if you see in the corner... Hang on, let me show. Look how cute she is. It's Whip Bib. It's 2.0 Whip Bib. In her cute little knight uniform. And everything. Yeah. Look at she. You're watching an ASMR video on Scottish mythology, and it's fun seeing little things in your lore because it's similar to Irish mythology. Exactly. So me and Stellina always joke that our lore draws inspiration. Well, you don't joke because it's true. Our lore is Irish Viet. It's like Viet Irish lore. Because there's actually a lot of similarities even in there, like between the two. And so there's like a nice melding, I think, of the two mythologies mixed with like just some generic like fantasy. And then also K-drama, and then also like Chinese fantasy mixed in. There's like, it's like Chinese fantasy with Viet mythology, Irish like Celtic mythology, and then like generic Tolkien fantasy. You know, and it's like, I don't know, it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like finding the ways that they interact with each other is like, I don't know, it's fun to see the two things like when you like put them side by side and then see how things play out. And I think there's like a much heavier focus on like the collective versus the individual, you know? Rather than it being a singular person's coming of age story with a singular chosen one, it is more about the universe has made things so that any one individual could be the chosen one, and or they are all the chosen one, and they need each other to create the ultimate Avengers team to tackle the problems that are laid out in front of them. And it's about collaboration, because everything has come to this moment where you have all the tools, you just need to use them. And it's about finding the right people. Are you the chosen one? Unfortunately, all of the green beans were eaten in the Great Green Bean Massacre of
I was gonna
20,
say chosen to
2010.
eat.
Yeah. Hate to break it to you, but yeah. You wasn't? What are you, Sasuke? The only survivor of the Uchiha massacre?
He got isekai'd into a different universe.
Yeah. To get revenge. That's crazy. An Irish and a Viet walk into a Korean bar, basically, and we're both reading Lord of the Rings. We're in a Tolkien class.
Woohoo!
You're Kura Sasuke? What does that even mean?
Huh?
Who's Kura Sasuke? Silly. Oh, Kurapika and Sasuke. You wish you were as cool as Kurapika, respectfully. I don't think anybody is as cool as Kurapika. Ride to ruin and the world ending. Real. It's so good. Dude, did I tell you guys that I saw that in theaters and I cried a lot?
Yeah.
It was so good.
So good.
It was so good. I'm so glad I did that. That was like a religious experience, low-key. Needed it. I needed that. So good. You're gonna bring a shovel to your revenge fight? Yeah? Yeah? But you don't have the cool the cool hand chains. So like, what are you gonna do? You don't need to artificially place limits on yourself to increase your power. That's how, like, Stelly, this character is like literally, he's him. You can buy them on Amazon. Is crazy. To increase his power, he puts like artificial limits on his power, and that like increases. It's like almost like those damage like difficulty scaling things in Genshin when like you check off all of those like difficulty things, but like you get bigger rewards for doing them. That's how his power works.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's just like, I know I could be stronger, but I'm going to arbitrarily not allow myself to use any of these fingers in order to be stronger so I can kick your ass.
Dee.
So cool.
Just flexing on you.
Real. I don't know. Yeah, tea spilling. I think I was thinking about filling out some OC charts, but then I was like, yeah, I wouldn't say it, Greenie, just in case people in chat haven't seen it, because I think Terry has, but I think that there are individuals in chat who have not gotten there. So, and I think that's one of the most hyped parts of that show, even though it's old. I know it's old, but
sometimes when it's old, it's new again.
this is like 2013, so it's like, yeah, it's like, it's classic. I would say it's classic in a way that, like, it'd be like, oh, Sasuke leaves the Leaf Village, you know? Like, that's kind of, like, we all know. But I personally wouldn't say this one. Hi, Weird, welcome in. I was gonna do OC charts, but I'm like, I don't want to have to figure out how to do show and tell with it on screen without it being annoying for me to show. So I'm okay with just yapping. Sally, do you have anything you want to tell us about Temni? You don't have to.
The only thing I can think of is, Tenny is the one person in the whole world who is in the in-group but doesn't know about Wolfie.
Yeah, true. So, Ruwan, after he defected from the Fae, and chose instead to help, Tenny start the kingdom, he started finding ways to protect her in ways that people would not instantly recognize him. And one way, he was like, oh, easy, I could just go into my wild shape, my wild form as a wolf, and I can protect her that way, and nobody will be the wiser, right? Like, people will say things to Tenny's face around Wolfie that they would not say if Ruwan, a scary older brother, would, you know, if he was standing right next to her, they wouldn't say things. But they may say things to her if he's just a dog. So, I think he starts using that both, like, to gather intel and just to be the friendly neighborhood dog that nobody could possibly suspect. And so if somebody asks him about the dog, he's like, oh, that's my dog. Like, he like, just watches over her when I can't. And it's, you know, don't worry about it. And so people don't really think about it too much for a while, and I think Tenny hears that explanation and doesn't doubt him because she's like, yeah, why would he lie about that? Meanwhile, Ruwan is like, well, Tenny clearly knows that I am a white hand, and therefore I have access to that form. Like, clearly she knows that that's me, like, based on conversations that we've had. But Tenny doesn't know. And Ruwan doesn't know that she doesn't know. And Ruwan is not going to ask questions or offer information that is not directly asked of him. And Tenny is not going to doubt him because she believes in him so implicitly. And so he will, like, say joking things about Wolfie, and she takes them at face value. And so he thinks it's a bit. And she thinks it's a joke.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So, Elshka comes in. Does he know? He doesn't know. It's not too new. Greenie, how old do you think I am? I'm dude. Bruh. That's not even that new. I'm like 30. See? Guys, what did I say earlier this stream? What did I say? We were talking about Zootopia and how I didn't see Zootopia 2 because Greenie's mean to me about me being 30 even though I'm not. And I went on a whole rant about it. And then I was like, watch, Greenie's gonna come in and call me 30 today. Like he always does. And then he did! What did I fucking say? Easy. So easy to read and predict. Psh, get new material. fetus. um. Listen, I'll be 30 in 2 years. It is fair to round up, but it does not make me old. And also, no, I'm not gonna blow up a certain person's spot, but they know what I was about to say. Here, have fun. I hope you lose.
I hope you lose.
I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about. Die again. I already died twice. How am I supposed to die again? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy work.
Crazy.
Oh, you know what we could do? Actually, I don't know if I have it on this PC. I may need to rescue it from somewhere. Do I have Ruan's brand board or his mood board? Surely I must. I have Asa. I have Ansvar.
Do you need it?
I'm just looking to see if it's downloaded.
I was also thinking if you wanted to do the OC forms, you could like put them into Canva, and then we could like capture just the
Yeah, it just
canvas
mean
of
like
Canva.
But I'm like thinking, where on my screen am I gonna put that? That's easy for me to do because I don't want to move you. You're sitting there, and so I'd rather just not deal with it.
Oh,
You know?
I mean, we could go to like a game scene.
No, it's
That's
okay.
what I did. Yeah,
I know, but it's okay. You to clarify, you are not preventing me. I just don't want to do it.
Okay.
I don't want to
Just
move stuff
checking.
around. You're good. Oh, I do have it. Hang on.
Yippee!
Look. It was just on a different screen. Wow. Look at his brand board. It's so clean.
Wow.
Or not his brand board. This is his mood board. And then I have a brand board by Stellina.
Wow.
But Stelly helped me clarify my brand concept for him. Where is my source? Oh, here it is. Cha-cham. And so I have like books and soft pink hair and autumn and flowers and like soft like neutrals. Oh, he smokes. That's another thing. That's like his vice. So he does like to smoke. It's like he's like, what's it gonna do? Kill me? I'm a dragon. I breathe fire. I'll be fine.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. He's like, whatever. And so I don't know. I think like this like almost like darker kind of, I don't know if masculine is the right word, but it's like a very specific type of like dark, cozy, dark academia almost vibe. It's like a rainy autumn day is what I think of when I think of him. It's like a rainy autumn day. It's about 3 p.m. and there are puddles and the light, like the evening light is hitting just so. But all of the lanterns are starting to come on because it's dark enough that you need them. There's some candles in the windows. It's nice and cozy. Okay. And then Stelline made him a brand board, which I think is super fun. Oop.
Wow.
Not it becoming the... Hang on. Girl. make you smaller? Yes, I can. Oh, but it cuts you off. Nope. Is it control? Alt? Nope. Is it control shift? Oh, I'm triggering Onsfars.
As far as multiple.
Yeah. It's the old one too. This is the old ancient Onsfar back when he was what Nyx and Hermes are.
Homies.
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 And it keeps getting clipped. Oh, there we go. Mwahaha! Mwahaha! You know me so well. You know what I'm going to say before I even say it. That's crazy. I laugh in the face of danger. But look, Celine made a cute little brand board for him, and it has RuneScape Photography, which is his OG name and still his name in 14, which is funny because RuneScape. And then we have these warm colors, and then a bunch of similar pictures that Stelly picked out for his brand board, for his mood board, but like in brand board form.
Wow.
Which I think is nice.
Thanks for letting me borrow him.
Yeah. I feel like he has a very different aesthetic from a lot of what we tend to gravitate towards. And then, like, just also as VTubers, like, what we tend to choose.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. Not really. Thanks for listening, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rune is so cool.
I know, he's so funny. I'm like trying to think if there are like any anecdotes that I could tell. Or any ruined stories that I could.
Time to scroll our DMs.
I know, I'm literally going right now. Do you have a favorite Ruan story?
I still really like Cabbage. And
Cabbage.
when he becomes the babysitter for when the kids are little.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So obviously we know Stellina. And we know Stellina's best friend Azeli and Azeli's big brother Haura, right? So when mom and dad need to go have a date night and just need some time off, Ruan is more than happy to watch the kids and have a fun little sleepover, where he is more than happy to regale them with silly tales, watch movies, have a board game night. Like, he doesn't mind spending time with them because like, he's very family oriented, right? So like, he's fine with being left with the kiddos for like a fun night, and then moms and dads can go out. And so, like, a lot of the times when they come back from whatever they needed to do, they will find all four of them in some combination of asleep on him on the couch. Because he has... Oh, Ruan... Did you guys know that Ruan has a tail? He has a dragon tail. Hi, Myrtle Carpenter. Welcome in. Thank you so much for saying hi. But we do ask that we keep chat in English just because we don't know Greek. We can only moderate in English, so we do ask that it stays in English. But thank you so much for the hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. We are yapping about OCs. You're back. You carried your team and lost. You're blaming me. That's fine. I cursed you. I told you. I hope you lose. That is how curses work. I am a certified curse worker. A professional curse worker. Oh, Ruan has a big brother too. He died, but R.I.P. He died in the war, and then that meant that Ruan then had to be. Oh, this is more of an Asa story. Oh, Stellina?
My internet broke.
Oh, are you back?
I don't know. My Discord is loading.
Oh, you were like going in and out, like pop, 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 pop. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Unclear.
Welcome back.
I think it's back now. Yeah. Maybe?
I think you're back. Yippee! Yeah. Welcome back.
Yay!
Yeah, we do ads once an hour. So at the bottom of the hour, every hour, you can tell what it is, kind of relatively to the hour itself, but also the stream time. Right around stream time, we do one set of ads every hour. Just that way we don't have any interstitials, and that way we don't have any what is it called when you come in and there are ads?
Pre-roll.
Pre-roll. Yeah, there's no pre-roll ads. And that is why we have them work like that. But one of my favorite Rowan stories is, so Rowan, right, his older brother was supposed to be the next fairy king. And when his older brother passed, Rowan suddenly was in the hot seat for needing to take up the sword and become the next king, right? That's what everybody was expecting of him. But he did not want that at all. He's like allergic to the responsibility and being tied down in one place and having to lead people that he doesn't particularly care for. So he was really nervous about trying to take Kale's sword, his older brother's sword, which had sealed itself and would only come out of the stone for one that was worthy. And so everybody knew that clearly the answer is easy. Everybody else is unable to do it, but you know who will clearly be able to do it? It's gonna be Rowan, right? Obviously. Asa, who is Rowan's little buddy at this point in time, he's his little sidekick, is trying to be goofy and make Rowan, who is clearly visibly nervous, laugh. He goes up and jokingly tries to pull the sword out, but it does come out for him. And suddenly, Asa is now the one that has all the eyes on him, which Rowan is very happy about because it takes all the pressure off of him. And likewise, I don't think Asa is particularly complaining about attention ever, you know? So, and that is our little sword in the stone mythos. Asa actually partially gets his name from Arthur. It's from like a much diluted down the stream type of way, but there's some King Arthur myth to our boy Asa. And that's his King Arthur moment, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
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 Which is like, I'm like, this is more of an Asa story, but it is involved with Rowan. But I think it also like kind of showcases their dynamic a little bit, where like Asa's like, don't worry, I got this, and is just trying to be silly and goofy, and then accidentally does something that
Oops.
has a lot of consequences, and now they have to figure out what this means for them. It'll be fine.
Totally fine.
Mm-hmm. Totally fine.
Yup.
Trying to think, because like so much of Rowan and likewise so much of Asa, I feel like are informed by each other because of how much time they spent with each other. Ain't King Arthur that guy from Fate? I love Fate. Yup. I love Joan of Arc from Fate. Crazy. I'm like scrolling through DMs, but now I'm in the On Asa section where when I last was hyperfixated on Asa in December, and now I'm like, I don't know the next time I'm going to find a rune story. So
I have one where it's not really a story, but when Tenny needs code not Tenny, when Stelly is speaking in code to try to get out of something, like I want to go home, but I can't say I want to go home because that's rude, she will simply ask to go see the professor.
Mm.
And then that's her code to go home. Or like, can you call the professor?
I have a question.
Yeah. And then that's the secret code for please get me out of here, but it can't be my fault.
Real. Julie, listen, strange stones with stuck sword is no basis for a system of government. True, normally, I would agree. I think in this specific case, the fairy prince, Callum, had put his sword down with the full intention of coming back for it because he was gonna Hulk out and go dragon to protect everybody from the oncoming invasion. But they didn't know that the other side had mages that had specifically prepared for the possibility that there may be a dragon. And he was taken down and killed. And his sword, which should only have been able to have been picked up by him, was suddenly now sealed and could not be picked up by anyone. So they were looking for somebody who was worthy of his sword, and thereby worthy of him to take up that mantle as the next prince.
Wow.
Rowan did not want it, and Asa fell into it, but did exceedingly well.
Asa.
Asa. We love Asa. Speaking of Asa, I want to get... I was thinking about this earlier today. The two pieces of, like, Rowan art that I want first are Rowan and Asa, and then separately Rowan and Tenny. I think that would be so cute.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. They're so cute.
Ooh woo.
I love my little guys.
This little guy. Yeah.
They're my little guys. So I've been on an art arc personally. I will not share any of the photos that I've been working on with anybody because they're not good, but I've been drawing every day. I've been trying. Every time I don't want to do it, I'd be like, oh, I bet Ryusei is doing his daily art today, and then I do it. I was like, I bet Ryusei didn't skip his daily today. I was like, fine, I'll do it. Even if it's a short one, I'll do 30 minutes. Listen, if you can't guilt yourself with you should do this for you, you should guilt yourself with your. I bet your friend is doing it. I bet your friend is doing it. You don't want to be the only one that's not doing it, right? Look at the cute fam. Look at the cute fam. We have Asa and Whippib and Ansval.
Ampa.
Look, and they're even transparent, so they can go right on top of the image.
Yeah.
That was planned, unironically. That was intentional. Look how cute.
Ampa.
So cute. I love
Ampa.
Asa. Ansvar is cute too, but Ampa. He's so cute and fluffy. I'm trying to think, what else do we even talk about? But you guys know about On and Asa, because it's like I don't talk about anything else. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all, actually. They're my favorites. But now you guys have to listen to me talk about Rowan, because now he is my favorite right now. It'll cycle back around. We go through phases. Potato. How's Stelly doing?
Good. I'm also looking for one stories. And they're all just about Wolfie. And trying to figure out who knows about Wolfie and who doesn't know about Wolfie. And how much does everyone know about Wolfie.
Yeah, that was my brain rot today. I have a doggy that I walk who reminds me a lot of Rowan, just in attitude and in fluffiness. Specifically Wolfie. And so every time I am on a walk with that dog, I am thinking about Wolfie. And so if Stellina's like, wow, it's 2 p.m. and I'm getting a text message about Wolfie, it is probably because I'm walking that specific dog. Don't worry about it. Wolfie. Let me look. Because I think part of it too is that I'm looking for Ruan in the forest chat, and I actually think I generally do not put Ruan in the forest chat because he is technically speaking no longer the forest.
Yeah, he's not in my channel either. There was just the one.
Yeah.
Stelly wants to go home, so she calls
Yeah.
for the professor. Uncle Professor.
I think he uses his tail a lot, like, as another limb. Like, it is prehensile, but it's like... it's like a normal, like, dragon tail TM, you know? But it's very long, and so a lot of the time he will drape it over his arm to keep it out of the way of other people. Just so that way nobody trips on it, nobody steps on it, and nobody touches it. But... I think he's very, like, constantly aware of his tail and will use it to, like if Wispin is taking too long to continue walking, he'll use it to push her forward, right? Or, like, if somebody is reading a book that they should not be reading in class, he will just use his tail while walking past to close the book. You know? Just silly things like that. I think a lot about, like, physicality when I'm thinking about, like, a character and, like, what's their body language? How do they move? Like, what are their specific, like, physical habits and tics that they have? And, like, what does that, like, say about them and how, like, comfortable they are? Like, so, like, Ruan is very comfortable and in tune with all parts of his body, I think, in any form that he has, because he's very at peace with himself and who he is. And so, almost like as a reflection of that, he has a lot of control and mastery over himself in any form. Whereas I think Ansvar has very little control. And so we almost see that reflected in the way that his ears give away his expressions at any given moment. And he has no control or ability to stop them from reflecting how he's feeling, you know?
Ampa.
Ampa.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa. I love he.
So cute. Yeah.
Oh, so in 14, right? Rune, who is the Catboy version of Ruan, is, like, functionally On's, like, teacher, mentor, like, kind of dad, but not really. Like, older brother, definitely. But, like, a little bit more parental than that. But I don't think he would call On his son. It's complicated. But, they have, like, a very, like, parent-child relationship almost. Like, similar to, like, Nani and Lilo, I would say, is how I kind of would describe their relationship. Where he acts like a parent, but is not a parent. And he's very protective of Ansvar in 14. But we do not actually see that at all in Celos, which I think is... it kind of makes me sad sometimes, I won't lie. Because I'm like, wow, On doesn't have his pocket rune, you know? Like, because I think rune in 14 is very important to On, like, being able to stay sane and collected.
Yeah.
Thank you for the head pats. Do they work? I'll turn them on anyway. Thank you. Because in Celos, Ruan went with Tenny, right? And so Ruan and Ansvar actually don't have much, if any, of a relationship, and it's a little contentious. Because, like, I think... I don't know. It's tough to navigate, I think, for both of them. I think On has a lot of jealousy that he needs to address. And Ruan does not particularly think that perhaps On is suited to some of the roles that he is put into, maybe. And so they have a very cordial but not close relationship, which is very different from like having a very cute, very close relationship that they do in 14. In 14, Rune is a professor from Charlian who came to Eorzea to study the Void, and the Void sent and the Lambs of Dalamud who worship, things from beyond the Veil. And so while working on a research and trying to gather some information from the world beyond to work on his paper that he needed to turn in as part of his tenure for the Studium, he actually ended up bumping into Ida and Papalimo in Gridania, who apparently could not see the Moogles that were surrounding them, and then roped him in to a larger adventure to figure out what's going on with the Greenwood and what's making it sick, which then led them to a confrontation with an Ashian. And given the promise that he would learn more about the Ashians and their involvement with the Void and the greater world beyond and off of the source itself, Ruan signed on to tentatively help the Scions, many of whom were his upperclassmen at the Studium. And so that's kind of why he gets drawn into the Scions. But in doing so, they kind of send him off. They're like, well, we have two other initiates, two other baby Scions who we want to try out. But we're not really sure about them, so do you mind just going with them and making sure that they're not going to kill themselves accidentally on this mission? We don't have anybody else that can go with them. And he's like, fine, okay. And so Rune takes Ansvar and a Cuckoo into their first ever dungeon. And he knows that they'll be fine because Rune, at this point in the story, right, is max level. He's level 50. He's not worried about it. An is maybe baby level, like maybe 5, maybe level 10. He's not a combatant. And a Cuckoo is probably sitting around level 15 or 16. She's level appropriate. She's a baby lancer with anger issues that are thinly veiled behind polite statements and perfectly polished manners. And a refusal to wear anything that is not a cute shoe. Shoes have to be cute or she's not putting them on her feet, even if they're going into like a water and like fish and bug infested cave. Power to her. And so so he's guiding and shepherding them when they are beset upon by a wild, fresh off the field of Cartano Asa, who is panicking about their party going into Sestasha without a tank. Because that's stupid. Why would you do that? Because he doesn't know that Rune is level 50, right? He has no way of knowing that. But he's also level 50, so it's fine. And they go do their first dungeon together. And that is how my light party forms. Super cute. And they are together for all of MSQ, more or less. Super, I don't know. I love my little light party. They're so silly.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. Rune in particular takes a very, very quick shine to the shy, polite, cute, and very curious Ansvar, who really just wants to learn more about the world and help people. Very curious, does not ever argue back or fight with him yet. But he's a good kid. And clearly is extremely intelligent, and Rune sees the potential in him and wants to help him learn and grow and become the person that he could be. And so for that reason, they... Oh my gosh, wait, look. My ears are like the same hex as Ansvar's. That's like really cute. I'm gonna cry. I was like, wait, my ear's blending into that. What is that? Oh, it's Ansvar's ear. Aww. It's like it's not a coincidence, and it's like you probably color picked from Ansvar's ears because that was the example I gave. Don't worry about it. But
question.
Yeah.
Rune's echo.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So so the way that I do my echoes is that I take the like traditional echo that the Warrior of Light TM has, and I split it up amongst my light party. So rather than one person being able to understand all the languages and getting the visions and being in tune with the memories of the surrounding area, all that stuff, I kind of split it up amongst my characters. So that way they need each other and they need to communicate with each other in order to get the full picture of a situation, right? So Rune is the one who can understand languages, but I gave everybody a little bit deeper of a power rather than like something so surface. So Rune can speak and write and read languages as if he is native in them. And is able to seamlessly kind of transition and translate between them without needing anything else externally. So he can pick up almost any tome or like read any ruin without the need to cite other people. And he can like easily translate. So Ansvar, as a baby, does not speak Eorzean at first, and so is very quiet. Because he is still learning the language and is trying to absorb and learn through immersion. But Rune can speak Ansvar's language and can understand Ansvar. So when Ansvar does need to speak, they can communicate, which is another reason why they get very close. Because, An is trying to learn very earnestly, and Rune is willing to teach him, but also is there in case he needs a resource. So if An is just like, how do I say this word? There is somebody around him to always give him the answer, which is not something he needs in Celas, but it is something cute that he has in 14 with him. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Trying to think. And then in 14, we have Mr. Nick is present in 14 as well. He's a Ishgardian door guard. He guards the falling snows. And he and Rune meet because Rune still has his smoking habit and needs to get the fuck away from the two teenagers that are arguing and the broody Mr. Asa, who is just being awful. And everybody's arguing because all the scions are gone, except for Alfie and Tataru, and we're trying to figure out what to do next. And he's like, I need to go outside and be away from everybody, and I'm going to smoke my cigarette, and you guys are going to stay inside, and nobody's going to talk to me. And he didn't have his lighter with him, and he was too cold because of the cold to be able to start his own fire with his magic. So the very kind door guard very smoothly started it for him with his own magic, and that is how they started talking. And now they're married, and it's very cute.
Oh well.
Oh well. Rune's also the FC leader of the Warriors of Light for my little light party, which was unexpected for me. Because he did not start off as that character, but then the more I wrote, I was like, no, I think he would take this on. I think he'd be very stressed out that nobody else is taking the lead role, and he would step into it because somebody has to. Which is like very older sibling of him.
Yeah, eldest sibling.
Yeah, literally. It's eldest sibling, like, trauma. Where it's like, is that what he naturally wants to do? No. Is it what he will do because he thinks it's expected of him? Yes. So.
Yeah.
I feel like On, at least in 14 especially, gets his obsession with hairstyles and looking as pretty and made up as he does from Rune a little bit. Because Rune always looks really slay, no matter what. But he doesn't draw any attention to it. On, I think, does draw attention to it and gets kind of obsessed with physical appearance. But I think Rune just, like, really wants to look put together and, like, elegant. And, like, he wants to look authoritative, you know? Because I think a lot of people, him being Mikote in a lot of Eorzean societies, puts him almost on, like, a lower class level. Because a lot of people still don't even see them as people. And he knows that. And so he goes out of his way to style himself and present himself in a way that commands respect. And immediately you see him and think, oh, this person is knowledgeable and clearly, is put together and is likely intelligent. because I don't think he likes it when people underestimate him or his intelligence. And he gets very irritated when people do so. And he will put them in their place. But he prefers not to. Because he just... Why have that conversation if you don't have to have it, you know? And he can prevent that conversation by presenting himself in a way that commands respect. Whereas Ansvar just wants to, you know, slay. Ansvar is like, I am here to be the hottest person in the room. And Rune's like, that is not why I am dressed the way I am. And An's like, I respect that. That is why I am dressed the way I am. Very silly. They're very cute.
Yar.
That hit baby. It's like, because Rune and An in 14 have a 10-year age gap, right? So it's like, that's not his son, but he like, in the way that you call like your friend who's 10 years younger than you, your son, or like my child, even though they're 10 years younger than you and they're not your child. That's like, that's the relationship that I think that they have. He met An when An was 15. I'm a baby.
A baby.
A baby. A baby.
Question. When does An get to meet Murmur?
Oh, actually, so Rune, in 14, after Ansvar and Asa go missing into Shadowbringer's territory, he is still left on the source, and they have to go fight the Garlean Empire while the boys are away, and Rune, who is no longer satisfied with just being a red mage at this point, decides that he is going to pick up the art of the Reaper and is going to welcome a void scent into his body, who, per the terms of their deal, after he dies, it gets to ride around in his body and do whatever she wants with it, in exchange for her power while he is still alive. Which he's fine with. He's like, well, what am I going to do with the body after I'm dead? I'm gonna be dead, so nothing, right? So like, yeah, you can have it once I'm dead. I don't care. And so Murmur lives rent-free for now in his body and occasionally takes over. Murmur's the name of his little void scent. She will take over his body at night when he is sleeping sometimes, which is very creepy for Rune's poor husband, who sometimes wakes up and his husband is just staring at him unblinkingly, murmuring to himself under his breath, which is where the name Murmur came from. Because his husband was like, I need a name for this thing that's living in your body so it's less freaky to me. You know, because she's not a danger. She's just not human and really weird and really freaky. And so he named her Murmur, and she just kind of exists there, and she likes her tea extremely sweet, like 20 sugars in her tea, because she needs it to be able to taste anything. And she and Nick have nice coffee and or tea in the morning before Rune actually wakes up. So sometimes he'll just wake up and he'll already be sitting at the kitchen table having tea that is extremely sweet, which, you know, is a time. Yeah, literally like spits it out, dumps it in the sink, makes himself a new cup.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Or Nick probably already has one properly made for him, already ready to go. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Nick's a simp. But so that said, Murmur is very comfortable at that point in the story in Rune's body and utilizing it. And you know who also was not sleeping at all at that point after returning from Shadowbringers is Seth. And so I think fairly early, Murmur finds poor little Seth curled up in the library, and they have their first discussion about, oh, like, you're not Rune. And I think likewise Murmur's like, you're not Ansvar. And they have a moment where they're both just kind of squinting at each other, and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll let this live."
This is the status quo now.
Okay. Hi, RJ. We're talking about Warrior of Light lore, but specifically about one of my Warriors of Light, Rune. If Romy's Voidsent living in one of Tilla's dolls feels a lot less scary now. Yeah, think about it. It could be Murmur. It could be Murmur. Murmur lives inside his... Yeah. But she's a good girl. She is a good girl. She's just kind of scary and, like, really freaky. I think, like, Nick really thought that he was, like, going crazy or that, like, they were haunted for a while. Which, to be fair, they are haunted. It's just, it's a benevolent haunting that his husband neglected to inform him of.
Did I not tell you?
Oh, did I not tell you? I'm sorry. I didn't think that she would be doing things while I was asleep, you know? Like, I thought it wouldn't matter until I was dead, so I was going to tell you then. But hoping it never mattered. But she's like, I don't know. I wouldn't call her their first child because I feel like that belongs to Ansvar, but perhaps their second. Very silly. Trying to think of... yeah. Rune and Thancred co-parent Ansvar, and it's a time. TM. Yeah. Maybe sleeping is like death to her. Right, like he's not awake, so she's just like, oh, I can just take over your body while you're not using it, right? That's fine.
I'm piloting now.
Yeah, I'm piloting now. And like, Rune doesn't mind so much as long as she's not doing anything crazy. Just stay inside the house and like don't hurt anything and don't do anything that would get you in danger or get me in danger. And she more or less respects it because he's nice to her and he spoils her and lets her do what she wants, generally speaking. And Nick is really nice to her. And so he gives her the job after he finds out that she's been awake all night of protecting the house while he's asleep. Because she can do that. And it makes her feel useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of terrifying.
Purpose. Yeah.
It's just kind of terrifying. Honestly, that sounds cool. You want that? Yeah. Just have like a benevolent demon living in your body that pilots your body while you're not conscious.
It's
fine.
It's Layla?
Yeah,
Convention?
Layla. Oh, yeah, they have the same name, actually. Well, yeah, because it's Olaya is, technically speaking, Murmur has a different name. And that is her actual name. But also, yes, Layla Genjin, where she may or may not be possessed by a fae. I think she's a changeling, is my guess.
I have no idea. I've never done any of her.
No, this is just
stuff.
like based on vibe. Because she has the elf ears, and she's the same colors as Flynn's, which I find eyes narrow. And then when she sleeps, she turns into a completely different person. You know?
Yeah.
Explaining to somebody that a demon's inside of you is gonna make everybody think you're emo, though. But here's the thing. Rune is emo. Like, if he lived in the modern era, he would be a scene kid. You know? Like, oh, that's another thing. So you guys have heard a lot about Rune, and both Rune and Ruan are completely covered in tattoos from the neck down. Like,
oh yeah,
covered.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah. Like, you would not ever expect that, I think, based on everything else about him, but he is covered in tattoos. And he also has a lot of piercings. He will take them out occasionally for, like, you know, more formal things, but I think he, like, has a lot of piercings as well. And he's very casual about it, you know, but he still has them. So he's very, like, alt, but he has a job.
A 9 to 5.
He's alt with a 9 to 5. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's always funny to me when I'm just like, oh yeah, he like literally has so many tattoos. And like his nails are always painted like black.
Yeah.
Like his soul.
I literally was thinking about him the other day. I was like, oh yeah, he's got tattoos everywhere.
Yeah.
You just can't see unless he decides that you are allowed to see.
Right. Which, like, normally he doesn't, because, like, when is he ever dressed in anything that would expose that skin anyway?
So funny.
He's so funny. I love him. What a character. But I think that, like, ties into, like, because his tattoos to him are very personal. Like, they usually, like, signify something, and they're a way for him to, like, memorialize things that he wants to remember, or things that he thinks are important. So, like, a lot in 14, for instance, each of the light party have their very own special tattoo, dedicated to just them. On has a little blue bird right on his collarbone. For Ansvo. Yeah.
Ampa.
Ampa. It's so cute.
Ampa.
Ace is a tree.
A twee.
Which I think suits him.
Twee.
Yeah. I don't remember what he did for a cuckoo. I think it was funny though. I think it was like something that he could tease her with.
Cabbage.
In a similar vein to cabbage, I think.
Yeah. A fish.
I don't know. I did write it down. This one I can search.
Peemsh.
Wispin 14 lore. Tattoo. We are mostly talking about Jungkook when I look for tattoo, because it didn't look in this specific channel.
Jungkook. I had to get my how inspo somewhere.
True. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how cute it is that our OCs were developed separately, but it's like in combination. One could almost be like, oh, nieces and nephew were inspired by uncle to
For real.
for certain fashion choices.
Yeah.
I forgot that someone got a tattoo that is in this channel right now. I just saw it. Because I just searched the word tattoo.
Oh. Come too.
I don't know if it was publicly announced.
I think so. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I have a tattoo on my ankle.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. And a
Nice
little sparkly.
sparkles.
Yeah. Are you gonna
I
get
was
the
thinking
Stelly
about-
tattoo?
Yeah, eventually.
Badge weekend. We all
Soon.
get tattoos. You're not supposed to get it during the summer though.
Yar.
Lame.
That's okay. What's it of? I just have two little sparkles. Like, they just look like stars that are sparkles. Sparkle-shaped stars.
Wow.
Wow! Yeah, it's cute. My cousin did them.
Yeah. She's so cool.
Teehee.
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 Would she do the other one? The
Maybe. I'd
Sally
have
one,
to
if you
ask
got
her.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know if she... Because she's comfortable doing, like, the little cute, like, simple designs. So I'm not sure how comfortable she is doing something that is, like, more custom.
Mm.
It's been a couple years, though, since she's been licensed. So I don't know if she has grown in confidence. Otherwise, she can refer me to her friend. And that would be also fine.
Oh. Rune has a little white dragon for a cuckoo.
Oh, that's cute!
It's wrapped around his arm.
Aww. That's so cute. Cry
Yeah.
forever.
Right? The Asa tree is on his back.
Aww.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have one tattoo still. I want more, but I was waiting until after we did Japan. But now it's been 10 years. And I still have not been to Japan. And I still only have the one tattoo. Stupid COVID.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Fucking COVID.
After this year, I can finally get it. Because I want my
Yeah.
Zelda arm. I want my Zelda arm.
Yeah.
I just have Varuta, and that's it. It's okay. I think that in particular is a good tattoo to have it be my only tattoo. But people always get surprised by it. Because they're like, that's such a specific tattoo to have. I'm like, yeah, it is. I was in peak Breath of the Wild hyperfixation when I got it. Do I regret it? No, because I think it's still meaningful. Especially like if I had... That's why I got specifically Varuta. Because I was like, if I only get one, and that's the only one that I have, I feel like that is the one to get. Dude, yeah. So, I don't know if I've talked about it. I want to do... So, you know how Link's hand is, like, all fucked up in tears? So, I've had this idea for, like, a full, like, literally fingertip to shoulder sleeve for Zelda that I've been trying to design since I was, like, in middle school. And I have exactly what I want kind of in my brain. Just like a lot of the iconography. And then finally when I was like waiting for Tears of the Kingdom to come out then, because I was like, well, let's wait for Tears to come out, and then like that way I'll have like the new iconography, and I could just have it be like all of the games from that to Tears. And I feel like that's like pretty encompassing, right? Because like that way it's like a full set. And so then Tears came out because I was like trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my hands specifically, and like how I wanted to tie everything together, because like I was still kind of like, I don't know on that. Tears comes out. It's on the same arm that I already started the Zelda arm on. And he has the whole like the fake hand, like the weird hand that's like cursed, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I like low-key just kind of want that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm getting inundated. Why am I getting so many messages? Dude, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah. You've been doing so good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I just meant like IRL work messages. I'm like, it's 10 p.m. Why?
Oh.
Who is spamming me at 10 p.m.? But thank you. Yeah. But yeah, real. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's like my sign from the universe that yes, I should be doing the whole sleeve, and it should be whatever the heck I want it to be. Because I want to do the Mirror of Twilight on my shoulder, like really bad, like my shoulder blade from Twilight Princess. But I might turn that into the, you know, the Mirror of Time in Skyward Sword, like the thing that they go through. I might do that instead. And then do like the head of Wolf Link coming off of the side of it, like going towards my shoulder, like my back proper. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do when we get to it. But I'm waiting until after the wedding because I don't want it for the wedding. I have sleeves on my dress. Sleepy didn't hear that, but I have sleeves. So it's fine, but poor Sleepy is just like, I can't see it. I'm like, no, I can't see it. He's like, can you see my outfit? I was like, I think so.
The answer is yes, because we need to make sure.
Yeah, I think so. Hi, Stormy. Welcome in. We're just yapping about lore.
Wow.
Being a little silly. Yippee.
Yippee.
Yippee. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm feeling shy suddenly. Do you ever get slammed with the shyness disease? Do Do you ever get slammed with the shyness disease?
I have bits, I
Yes.
guess. So here.
Salami,
It's
thank
anxiety.
you. Yeah, true. I'm like, I ran out of things to say. I can't lore dump at you anymore because I've run out of things to say. I have approximately 3 hours, no, about 2 hours of things to say about Rune, and then I have another hour that I can squeeze out if you really force me to. But that was my whole hyperfixation lore dump. Thank you for listening to it. Thank you, Stormomi, for the biddies. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I hope you are doing well. Happy Monday. I hope everybody enjoyed the nice warm weather today, if it hit you where you're at. And I think it's supposed to continue into tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be 70-something degrees tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm still working tomorrow. It's going to be such a time. It's okay. I have the brace, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. Take your boots.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the brace will fit into my boots.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay.
Oh no.
It wasn't even the ice or anything. Like, I was just standing and then suddenly my leg just, like, I felt something snap in my ankle.
Oh no.
And then I went down. Yeah. I was like, I wasn't even walking. I was just standing.
Oh no.
Yeah. And so, thankfully, I fell into snow that was soft and not, like, the concrete snow. Because we were in the middle of the woods, so it was, like, still soft and, like, it hadn't frozen over or anything. I sprained my ankle, for those that are coming in and have not heard. I was fine 1 second, and then the next I was on the ground, like, literally, like, I cried. I'll be real, and it takes a lot to make me cry. I'm pretty tough,
No.
like, physically with pain. I know I cry, like, the drop of a hat on here with, like, anime boys, but, like, in IRL, like, if it's something pain related, I'm usually pretty tough. That was bad. And I managed, like, it stopped hurting after, like, the initial, like, pain, which, if you have gotten injured, is not a good sign usually, because it means you're in shock. But I have the brace on. I've been taking meds, and it seems like it's okay, maybe. So, it's too last minute for me to cancel stuff. So I'm just gonna. It's not my driving foot, so I'll be okay. But it is what it is. I was so excited about the warm weather too, so it'll be fine. But at least tomorrow it will be 70 degrees. And then what's it gonna be? Oh, it's like 50s the rest of the week. Oh, next week though. Tuesday it's gonna be 34. And then Wednesday it's gonna be 29. Lame.
What the?
Gross.
What the?
But it's okay. We live for right now. Hi, Dark. Oh, well.
Oh well.
Okay, maybe I wear shorts tomorrow. Nobody can tell me no.
Ah.
Right? Are you okay? Did you spill your water?
Yeah. No, I hit the stuff on my desk that I had moved to a different spot, so I forgot it was there.
Valid. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. Thanks for listening to me yap, you guys.
Ow.
Ow. I love you.
Ow.
I can always talk about Awun origins, but I feel like that would be more fun to save for. So I have an idea where I want to do like a OC etymology
Ooh.
where I go from like my oldest OCs and I show how they've developed and like split and broken off into different OCs or like turned into different ones. So like technically speaking, Rune and Ruan I think would now be separate entities, right? At this point, I think that they have kind of developed into their own thing. Especially with like Rune and his, like they have a lot of similarities and there's a lot of overlap over them, but I would not necessarily consider them the same because of the way that specifically Ruan developed. next to Asa and alongside Asa, and then he didn't have an Onsvar, right? Whereas
Yeah.
Rune did. And then if we go back one step to that character that both of them kind of are a fork off of in Lane, I think you can also see an Onsvar line, because Onsvar is kind of an offshoot of who his character used to be before he developed into the character that he is now. But they all kind of come from that same character in the first place. But I've been thinking that it would be really fun to like break down and study that, because like especially with my female OCs, I think there's also a similar thing going on with like a Cuckoo and a Lear, where they are very similar. And then like similarly, parts of the character that like both a Cuckoo and a Lear broke off of, who's I don't know, a Cuckoo is complicated, because like a Cuckoo is kind of her own branch, but like a Lear kind of takes a little bit from a Cuckoo, but then a Lear also takes some from Mirina, who is in certain like certain stories is Rune's little sister. But I think Mirina also does inform Onsvar, because I think a lot of my like Emmet Wool is based in Mirina, who started off as a D&D character who then I used to play Dragon Age Inquisition. And in Dragon Age Inquisition, she romanced Solus. And I think a lot of the Mirina and Solus dynamic was inherited by Onsvar. You know?
Yar.
It's like just idea sharing and swapping around and like shifting puzzle pieces. I think Asa has kind of been his own thing, like this one specific character that I've had since high school. Because like even like a Cuckoo's current character, I would say is almost like a fork off of like I took bits and pieces from two characters to make a Cuckoo. Did I play as myself or a character in Veilguard? I played as a character. His name, their name is Pari. Their name is Pari.
Pari.
And they are a very cute.
Do we still have?
I don't know. Let me see if I have a Pari in my photos.
Nah.
I must. Oh, did I turn off the Pari? I know I turned off a lot of things.
Yeah, no, valid, because you're not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
I just was wondering.
Let me see if I have Pari. Pictures, screenshots. Because it would have been October,
Pari.
right? Yeah, I think it was like the week before. Because it started off as me trying to make Rune. Was originally what the goal was. Like, I didn't want to make Rune. I wanted to make Lane. And then, so technically speaking, Pari is another Rune offshoot.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like, wouldn't like OC etymology be like really interesting? Like, given that, like how much they've all changed and developed.
I
Let me
agree.
see. Oh, Par. Par is so pretty. There we go. Guys, this is Pari. Look at them. They're so pretty. So pretty. They romanced, what's his name? Emmerich?
I don't remember. I just remember
The
it was
old
the
man.
old man.
Yeah.
The old man necromancer.
Yeah. Look, he's playing, or they're playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot with the cute skeleton.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, so cute. Wow, look, so
Wow.
cute.
Wow.
So cute.
Wow.
You think the most fascinating thing is when a central part of an OC ends up on someone else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think visually, I keep trying to create a auburn-haired character, like, over and over again. I keep trying to make a red-haired character, and then I just end up taking it away from them. And I end up giving them a different hair color. It happened to Fiat, which is like Anesa's kid in 14. It happened to Rune. It has now happened kind of to Pari, because Pari now has brown hair. I'm like, man.
Technically, Fia also was an orange fox and now is a brown
fox. Yeah.
That's so funny.
And then Nick used to be a redhead.
Oh yeah.
And now has blue hair. Maybe red hair is just a thing in youth. See, I think what it is that I have red hair. So I keep taking it away. Because I'm like, no, that's not fantasy enough. Which I think part of why Stellina's characters are all blonde.
Yeah.
Didn't you give... Yeah, I did give my Warframe character red hair. Because I'm like, this one's gonna stick. This is gonna stick. This one's gonna stick. It's gonna be red.
Yeah.
Like, I even tried to make my hair color in OBS for Wispin as like an alt Wispin hair color, which is like, this is pretty close. If you wanted to get actual. So I think it's just funny because I'm just like, this one's gonna be red, and then I'm like, no. No. Par's so cute though. Powie.
Powie.
Powie. Also interested in old men. I haven't given them an old man to be interested in Celos yet.
Powie.
I did have like a crack ship for a little bit where I was like, guys, what if I... Well, not guys. Guys to me in my head. Guys to the guys that live in my head.
To the fairy court in your head.
To the fairy court in my head and Stellina. Listen to my crack ship. I was like, can you imagine if I gave Pari like Balor and I like reformed Balor or something? But I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to Tenny. Specifically to Tenny.
Thanks.
No. Crazy.
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 Crazy. Tell me.
That character creator was a time.
The Dragon Age one?
Yeah. Because you could do a lot of stuff with it, but like also it did not want to do any of the things that you wanted it to do. Ever. Kind of.
Is that the character creator I downloaded and I tried it for a little bit? I tried to make Haura and then just gave up.
Yeah, because it's also the one that I tried to make Asa and On and Rune in, and it just was like...
Yeah.
It like, didn't quite look like them. Because it's like... It's hard to translate anime styles and designs into like realism in a way that's like... You can physically tell them apart easily and well.
Yeah. That's why I used the Code Vein one.
We played with that too, but like, I feel like my OC designs, like the hair specifically, didn't really translate well into that game.
Yeah, like the picture you sent where you were like, which one is your kids? And I was like, these are too fancy for all of my kids.
Yeah.
My
Well,
kids are
that's
just little
because
guys.
Well, see, I feel like with your characters are cool, right? Like your characters are like K-pop cool kids, or like, you know, like K-drama cool. And then I feel like mine are like Lord of the Rings elves.
Yeah, they're so wow.
You know? Well, because we like get inspiration from the things. So like I'm like really into Chinese fantasy and Lord of the Rings, and I think that
Gestures to
influences.
Jungkook.
Yeah, and then you have all of BTS.
BTS. BTS. BTS.
BTS. Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just funny because like when we go to find like a character creator that will work for both of us, it just never does because the hair works for someone but not the other one. You know? And then like when I go to style characters, I style them way too fancy and you're like, this is too much. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I just... Did you guys know that I didn't even play myself in, what's it called? Monster Hunter?
Oh, yeah. That was my favorite reveal.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not playing as Wispin? Oh.
No.
Let's see where Wispin is.
I did not play as Wispin. Wispin's my Palico. Look at her.
Wispin's my pet. She's so little.
I think I did a great job making Wispin.
She's
you know?
so cute. A little
I think
guy.
we look just alike. Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just I'm the Palico. And then I made Asa my player character.
To be
Because
fair,
of course I did.
anyone who has Asa as an option, why wouldn't you make him the
That's
protagonist?
what I'm saying. Like he's built to
Like,
be the protagonist, okay? It's not
that's
my
his
fault.
thing.
That's literally what he's made for. That's what he's there for. That's like if everybody's like, don't view your characters as your children, view them as tools. And the tool that Asa is main character.
Protagonist.
Protagonist. And Ansvar is love interest TM. Female
Yeah.
lead, but it's Ansvar.
I was thinking about that time. It was a while back. It was one of the voice actor Among Us times, but like one of the early ones. Lumine's VA was in there, and so she's called Sarah, and so she said hi and like introduced herself. And Koi Dao, voice of Albedo, he responded with something female protagonist.mp3 is what he called her.
Real.
He's like, wow, hello there, female protagonist.mp3, because she kind of just sounds like female protagonist.mp3. Like,
Yeah.
you could fill her into any protagonist role, and there she is. There's the protagonist. That's her voice.
That's awesome.
That's how I feel about Asa. Slot him in.
Yeah.
That's the protagonist. There he is.
And like you're
And
not
he
gonna
does so
doubt it
well.
or question it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's meant to be there. Look, I took a so the funniest thing too. Do you remember what I made my my secret?
I do.
I named my secret Ansvar, and then I found this as an option for my profile picture where they hold the little hands of the Palico. And I was like, wow. That's incredible.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Ampa.
Ampa. So Ansvar is my
Ampa.
secret. Asa's my hunter, and Wispin is the very cute little Palico.
Does she speak or does she meow?
She speaks, but I feel like that's
Okay.
canon for like a starling. So even if you're
Yeah,
an
I
animal,
was
you're
just
still speaking
curious.
full sentences.
Yeah. I was just curious if you, like, as a player, decided no, she's going to meow.
No, I would do full human sentences. However, I do opt for the Monster Hunter language if I have an option, because they have like
Oh,
a
yeah,
con
yeah.
lang. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though she's speaking words, they are not words that are real words,
Yes.
which lets me feel more immersed, just personally.
Yeah, I agree. Wow. Wow.
So when I log in, hang on, this is what you see when you log in. And it's little wispy Palico. Asa in the most hideous armor ever. And then Ansvar looking majestic in the background.
Is that also canon for Asa? Likes
She
to
just
wear
wears-
Hot Wheels red.
Yes. But I think it's, honestly for him, I think it's more function. And once he has something that works, he doesn't want to get anything new because this one works. Why do I need new thing? If this thing worked, why would I get something new? And he like doesn't understand why he needs to wear something else. Like if this is functional. Dude, like one of the most chopped looks in this game that I had at one stage was literally, look at this. Like what is going on here? There's just a lot. It's just a lot going on there. What is Wispin wearing? What did you put your child in, sir? I did make him a pretty cool outfit, though, at one point. Hang on, let me see if I still have a picture of it. Like, I don't know that... Oh, shit. Why did that open Grand Blue Fantasy? Oh, hang on. 1 second. Don't mind. Dude, I can't even figure out where to turn off the source. I closed it by accident. Grass dressed in robot cat head is crazy. Don't worry about it.
She needed to touch grass.
Yeah. Look, this one
But also
isn't
read
that
a
bad.
book.
This is very Shadowbringers of me. Right? I think this is very Shadowbringers. I think that kind of slays a little bit.
Wow.
Fractionally. Fractionally slays.
Fraction.
And then I think that was the last time I played because then following that, I just have pictures of the Little Ladies Day event from last year and then lots of pictures of Onsar and Tenny.
Wow.
And then a lot
I
of
think
pictures
I was
of
10
Shiny.
at the time.
Yeah. I have like so many pictures of Shiny. And then, oh, my bridge in Minecraft. Did I ever show you guys this? I was really proud of this build. Sorry, I'm just getting so distracted when we're just yapping about literally anything other than what I was supposed to be yapping about.
That's okay.
Sorry. Look at this bridge. Isn't that so sick?
Which?
I was really proud of it. I worked on this for so long.
Oh yeah, this bridge.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm trying to find a better picture of it. Like at night or anything. Okay. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, close. Wow. Look at this bridge.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
Wow.
Yeah. That was like my hyperfixation for a little bit. Because this was before I had the server.
Yeah.
So I was like just doing build projects on my own. Because I just needed to scratch the itch. Which I still have this file. So I could always pull it up and keep going on this, but... Yar.
Yar.
And then I can see when I started doing the server because suddenly I have so many inspo pictures of things. Yeah. I think this was like a 2-week project for me, but it was a lot of hours to be spending in like 2 weeks. But it was like my like meditation project while I was like thinking of brainstorming and like, cause like when I write and when I work, I need something kind of like brainless or like brain off. So like building and mining in Minecraft is usually something that I do to help my brain like work like that. So if I'm doing like a lot of writing, then you'll see me play Minecraft a lot because that's just an easy way for me to kind of think about and like consider a scene and like build a scene in my brain before I go to put like pen to paper. It's like a lot of the time I'll have like my document open in another tab up while I'm playing Minecraft, and then sometimes I'll just like stop playing Minecraft for a second and just like have to write for like an hour and then I'll go back to Minecraft. But I don't know. The workflow works for me. I know some people play Roblox when they do art. Some people log into 14 and G-pose and sit somewhere while they work. That's what I used to do before Minecraft. But Minecraft just helps my brain work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Used to walk around in Fallout for your focus time. Valid. I've been wanting to play Fallout again so bad. Fallout 2D20 has been like making me want to play. I don't know. What do you think, Stelly? Is there anything else that you can think of that I have not thought of?
No, nothing comes to mind. Because it's all things we did talk about.
Yeah.
One.
I love One. Thanks for listening to me yap about him like all day. He's my cute little guy. Here, let me put the picture back up.
He's so cute.
I'm obsessed with he. Thank you, Stellina, for making this super cute little guy for me.
Meow. Oh, fun fact. This doesn't have specifically, well, kind of. The font that we use for Celeste United is the professor's font. His title font.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I was like, can I use his font for Celeste United because it looks cool and also is fitting?
Yeah, because he's the bridge between the two communities, you know?
Yeah. The Popepo.
The Popepo.
Popepo.
Yeah. And one day. Because I think for me, like, what I was getting stuck with a lot when I was writing was not allowing myself to kind of dig into Ruan and Asa as much as I kind of wanted to. Because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I had to do it from Wispin perspective, and then now I've been allowing myself to dig into their thoughts a little bit more and who they are and how they think and feel. It's been really good, and I think now that we have kind of let ourselves indulge in it a little bit. I feel like everything is progressing well. So, yar.
Yeah.
I think for today, this is probably where I'll call it. But let me see if we have somewhere we can go. We have a couple of friends. I have a couple of people that I'm thinking of. Is there any special events that are going on right now that you know of?
Not that I can see for today. Nope.
There is somewhere I want to go, but I think they're ahead of me in
Yes.
the story, and I don't want to spoil myself
Yeah.
by accident because I will not be able to stay away if I raid. Because I like to
I
talk.
peeked in and I was like, I had to click out.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so we
I
will
was
not
like,
touch
oh
that.
my gosh.
We will not touch that.
Do not touch it.
Okay. Then I think let's go raid our friend Task Pool, unless Task is ending. But I don't think Task is ending. But Task raided us recently, and I think it'd be fun to go raid Task. Task is hunting a deer, so that's really funny.
Oh my
so let's go
gosh.
do that. Yep, we're gonna go raid Task. Task is hunting deer in Red Dead Redemption 2, and I feel like that's hilarious. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I really appreciate all the love and support as always. You guys are so kind to me. I really appreciate you. Oh, yeah, you could take a deer with the pointing. You could take the nodders. You could take the heart, whatever your heart so desires. And we will see you on the flip side. This has been Whip and White talking about my favorite little guy right now, Ruan. And thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me just yap about my hyperfixation. You guys are so kind. But for now, good night, friends. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you Wednesday, we are finishing Resident Evil 9 Requiem. So if you want, come through.
Come through.
So I'll see you guys on Wednesday because tomorrow's bestie day and we're hanging out. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday. But for now, good night, friends. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.